Guerrero, viva la raza.
Yes.
So in April 16th, 1968, Vicky Guerrero was born, and she is turning 57 years old today. As a former WWE champion who's mostly active in her career from 2006 until 2014, Vicky Guerrero is a professional wrestling personality and manager known for her roles on WWE and AEW. She gained recognition as an on-screen authority figure, manager, and occasional wrestler, most notably serving as the general manager of SmackDown and Raw. Have villains. Hey guys,
Everberry.
you win as Kwasibalig.
Her villainous persona.
Thank you.
There
Villainous
you go.
persona and infamous catchphrase. Excuse me. Made her a famous, memorable character in wrestling since leaving WWE in 2014. She has made occasional appearances with her status as the widow of Eddie Guerrero, often woven into WWE storylines, right? And then now for our second birthday celebration, it's Akon's birthday. Akon, uyakhula namhlanje. It's Akon's birthday. Born in April 16, 1973, he's turning 52. Akon learned to play 5 instruments, including drums, guitar, and djembe. Akon is is Senegalese American singer, songwriter, rapper, and record producer, and a philanthropist who gained prominence in 2004 with his hit "Locked Up." His debut album "Trouble" and follow-up "Convict" brought commercial success with multiple Grammy nominations and chart-topping singles like "Smack That" and "I Wanna Love You." He has collaborated with numerous artists, funded Convict Music and Con Live Distribution, and played a significant role in launching stars like Lady Gaga and T-Pain. Beyond music, Akon has been involved in philanthropic work, notably with Akon Lightning Africa and planned construction of his home city in Senegal. He has received multiple accolades, including a Guinness World Record for ringtone sales and ranking on ranking on Forbes and Billboard's top artist list. Martin Lawrence was also born on April 16, 1965. He's turning 60 years old. He won an Icon Comedy Award in 2005 at the BET Comedy Awards. Martin Lawrence is a comedian, is an American actor and comedian. He came to fame during the 1990s, establishing a Hollywood career as a leading actor. He got his start playing Morris Warfield in What's Happened Now in 1987 and 1988, and is known for his lead performance in the Fox television sitcom Malton, as well as the Bad Boys film franchise. His other films include Horse Party, Boomerang, Life, Blue Streak, Big Mama's House, Open Season, and Wild Hogs. And then right now, moving on to our other one, we have Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper was also born on April 16th, 1993. He's turning 32, so my type. Was the first artist to win a Grammy for a streaming-only album. Album fella is streaming, we Grammy ka album. Hey na. Visibility, there's no disc. Chance the Rapper, born in Chicago as Chancellor Barnett, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. He gained recognition with his mixtapes Day 10 in 2012 and Acid Rap in 2013, followed by the critically acclaimed Coloring Book in 2016, which became the first streaming-only album to win a Grammy. His debut studio album, The Big Day, in 2019, reached number 2 on Billboard 200. He's also part of the Save Money collective and leads the hip-hop band The Social Experiment. Beyond music, he's actively involved in social activism and philanthropy in his town. Right, so we also have Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin was born on April 16th, 1889 and died in December 25, 1977. So Charlie Chaplin, sorry about that. He passed away at the age of 88. Charlie Chaplin was accused of being a communist. Charlie Chaplin was an English comic actor, filmmaker, and composer who became a global icon through his screen persona, The Tramp. In the silent film era, his career spanned over 75 years, marked by immense success and controversy. Rising from a poverty-stricken childhood in London, he gained fame in Hollywood, co-founding United States and directing classics like The Kid in 1921, The Gold Rush in 1925, and Modern Times in 1936. Though he initially resisted sound film, he later released The Great Dictator in 1940, sterilizing Adolf Hitler. His later years saw political scrutiny and exile from Switzerland, but his influence endured, earning him an
Honorary.
honorary Academy Award in 1972 and cementing his legacy as one of cinema's greatest pioneers. So, TC, can you kindly please go through word of the day?
Everyberry. Okay, so today's word of the day is transcendence. Yes, so transcendence. What do you know the word transcendence?
No, I don't think I've even heard of it.
Okay, so let me just find it quickly, but I know that yes, there. Today's word of the day is transcendence, spelled TRANSCENDENCE. To transcend is to rise above the established boundaries, whether those are limits of the mind, creative constraints, or societal expectations. It's about breaking through the conventional to discover a higher, more expansive realm of possibility. Of course, words here on the Vooka Breakfast Show mean a lot. We try to elevate and improve our spoken language. So, the word of the day today is transcendence. How would you use the word transcendence in a sentence?
Yeah, I thought you're asking the people. Why
Okay.
you always...
I thought maybe.
Ask the people, not me. So, guys, do not forget to send us a VN WhatsApp call, or you could also just send us a text on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226, so that you can let us know how you would actually use the word transcendence. But right now, we're gonna take a little break because our first comedian is already here in the studio.
Yes.
Umdaka and the footing was Skippy is already here in studio, but let's take a nice break, and then after that, we'll welcome our first comedian.
Hey family,
Hi,
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
my name is Musi Miss
my name is Ketsu Ketumguni
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Welcome back, guys. I hope that you're feeling fantastic on this Wednesday morning. So right now, just before we go into an interview with Umdogo, I'm gonna go to our Facebook or to our YouTube channel and just read Uguti Urfile Rasakhanza to hashtag Amavuga Amahle. And then we also have Uzinzi Elizabeth at the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Amavuga Amahle. Happy Wednesday. Thank you very much. And then we also have a comment from TK99 Tati hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning. Thank you.
Okay, true definition of mtoro.
Manje omuphi umdoko ke? Anike umdoko ke umdoko amabele John cela ungishele.
Amabele kabani?
Okay, like ngishela amabele. Okay, Agna stress. So welcome Dogo to Vooka Breakfast Show. Can you kindly please give an intro to yourself so that abantu bakhona ukwazi ukuthi umdogo ubani?
Okay.
Yeka lo mdogo lo sesayidini wakho sikhuluma ngawe straight.
Angazi ngiqale. Okay, umdogo igama lami lomlungu ne. uTrevor.
uTrevor. Oh, okay, lo mlungu.
Yeah.
Lo muntu omnyama.
Lo muntu omnyama unkazimulo. Maningi amagama ami elinye ngujabulani Maponyi. Mall. Ngizokutshela ukuthi why.
Okay, well, listen.
Sizobuya ke lapho ke. Hayi sizobuya.
Sizobuya ne. Yeah. So, yeah, nginayo umntwana. Intombazana.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Unomntana ontombazana. Kodwa mntondo ngiyokuphelele lapho ngeintro yakho. Igama lakho umdogo. Wasejabula.
Igama lami uTrevor.
Okay.
AKA Mdogo.
Okay.
Basho kanjalo. Ungwenya.
Okay.
Where did you get the name?
Umdogo.
Esinegama leli ngazipha mina.
Why mase ukubuza lokubhekana nomdogo ohlele etafuleni?
Angithi manje
Inspiration.
ya ngasho kanjalo into engimotivateayo feel.
Umdogo.
Because nala engisebenza khona banokubuza ukuthi sicela umdogo. Bathi ngifuna lo othengiswayo lo okhulumayo.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So ngazipha legama because ngiyakhumbula besidlala iPlayStation. So bebangitrapa la. First half bangishaba uma-4 ngathi hayi lamagoli la umdogo. Since from la.
Then they had to call you Mdogo.
Yeah.
Now makes sense.
Bheka mina sengidlala lento sengikushela ne-happy birthday.
Yeah, ibirthday yami vele namhlanje.
I-birthday yakho namhlanje. Akusho ukuthi mina yambe set ukuthi yakhona. You know what? So let me quickly just read your bio first, right?
Yeah.
So Mdogo is a popular South African comedian, actor, and social media influencer. He's known for his hilarious skits, witty one-liners, and entertaining content on social media platforms. Mdogo has gained massive following online, and his comedy specials and videos have been viewed 1 million times. He's also performed at various comedy shows and events, sharing the sharing stage with other prominent comedians. Mdogo's style of comedy is relatable, observational, and often focuses on everything.
Yeah. Iqiniso lelo sister. Because mina kahle I used to rap yabona.
Okay.
So ngabona ukuthi rap mana angikhona ukurap yabona. Into engikwazi ukuyirap ama present kuphela. So
Okay. Nah. Makes sense. Yeah, so Mr. Mdogo, continuing, I just want to know,
Sure.
as we continue, the influence of comedy. Where did you get the influence of comedy?
but I think he ordered lamb fan.
Your old lady is fan.
Yeah, like he ordered lamb is bali angazi ukuthi belinjani fan.
Right.
Nabo just that ukuthi lipholile so angifuni ukuringa ngalo kapaya yabo.
Condolences, yeah.
Kahle bengihlala emndeni mina.
Yeah.
Namanje ngisahlala khona kodwa anginayo ifamily.
How?
Eish.
How? Everyone has a family, I believe.
Yeah, ngithi yalazi ikasi.
Surely kunobaba omncane, right?
Hayi bonke bapholile ka.
Even your siblings.
Ikushayile la hivi ngisinele ka.
You have to watch the show.
Askizi bro.
Yeah.
You can't live.
Yeah. No, I understand. I have to watch the show. Yeah, I understand.
Yes, sir. Okay. So singadlula.
Yeah, we can pass. Unless you want to repeat.
Yeah, we repeat it.
No, you have to repeat for me.
Yes, you have to watch the show, my guy.
So that thing's told.
Yeah, uzoyithola also watch show. Mara ubukele ungayiwashi.
Imagine finding out. So when I go Africa, what was the joke there? Yeah, what was the joke there?
Hayi bashayibona.
I just want to know from Africa. It went over my head, right? So to you, Africa, what was the joke there?
You know, that was basically a hypothesis, not that he lost all of his family, but it was basically to trick you into thinking that he lost all of his family. But then when because we're so deeply invested, ask you condolences.
Nah. Because I don't believe Gucci.
You see, the sad part is that everybody in studio is laughing. Oh, you are not serious laughing. But you're too busy, dog.
Hayi
Alarm so vugile.
hayi kanjani.
Ngathi bowucima i-alarm.
Phela ngeke ufake i-safety belt soshaya isimo. Because it's for safety.
Mr. Mtogo,
Bayaphazamisa labantu ilaba basespanini. Eish.
Bafuna wazi ukuthi so online.
Abanadatha la. Maybe bangimele clinic manje bafaka isandla.
so you do comedy full time. Now I have to listen attentively.
Yeah, listen.
But did you listen to what I read on the bio? He's famous for his one-liners. So you need to be very intelligent and and have a very high sense of humor in order for you to read in between the lines and actually catch the one-liners.
Mele ube neyini bayibizani PDP. Hayi. PhD ne.
Yeah, PhD.
I think today it's about me. Hey.
Hayi njami like angitholanga igama lakho. Ubani igama lakho?
I go by the name Black Manning, the peacemaker, the great messenger of all times.
Blackberry.
Not Blackberry, but the great messenger of all times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the great messenger of all
Phela
time. That's me.
iPBM here be great messenger. Or maybe it's a mistake.
BBM.
Maybe I missed the steak ngathi chicken.
That's it, dog. So, Baba, good comment la umuntu athi vintage concepts. Guy is very funny. Interview is weird.
Ubani loyo?
Vintage concepts. Athi yazi ndiyahlekisa.
Vintage.
Kodwa le interview le weird.
Askizi, it's not my intention.
Yeah.
It's my trust sender or in. Go and say we don't trust sender.
One thing about Mr. Mtogo, ne?
Yeah, sure.
He's whimsical.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does whimsical
like
mean?
yazi ngine nokubona abaqala ikarate.
Yeah.
Mina ngine black belt ye sarcasm.
Okay.
Yeah, because manje bangibuza khona umuntu bekangibuza izolo athi una i-girlfriend ngathi hayi angazibuza yona. Yeah, naye beka shocked njengawe so.
So according to wena uthini?
Mina mfethu yazini into eziningi angizithandi. Yabo kufana notshwala.
Right.
Hayi utshwala ngibthandi phela. Ngike ngadakwa ne.
Right.
Ngaye salon.
Okay.
Owner se-salon athi ayi wena so neyitayela.
Yeah, I think I'm catching up right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm catching up right now.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Dog. I think Dog is doing the most. Hey. So
Yeah, so like kukanjalo mfana asikisi ukungena emlomeni. I'm not like that. And I won't follow you back. Yabona njenga like some other guys. Ne?
yeah.
Unokubona ispaghetti.
Right. Yeah, nginokuspo.
Ispaghetti ne.
Yeah.
Mawusifake ebhodweni why siba ama noodles?
Angicavi.
Angithi straight.
Right.
Angisidli mina.
Obvious sesithambile angithi manje sesiphekiwe.
Wena ulahlekile uyitholi le ndaba la.
But we always serious in life. So this is my time to laugh. So Mr. Mtogo,
Sure.
please bear with me, my guy.
Akaphuzi.
Right.
And akathandi straight. Hence the metaphor around the spaghetti.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why because of these metaphors. Yeah, because of these metaphors. That's the reason I'm going to grab.
Mfethu ama-metaphors agrand.
Yeah.
Agrand to a point ukuthi mina like abangithathi serious. Yabo? Because nasendlini
Yeah.
nasendlini like kubad to a point ukuthi umalume wami ne bekasebenza eMarikana lapha eMine.
Marikana le badubula abantu.
Yeah, unfortunately naye wabhoda abantu. So before abhoda ngambuza ukuthi malume why ungasayi emsebenzini? Athi yena babamise kancane.
Right.
And akana inyawo. Kodwa I sang traumatized the story ngizosiqoqa ngenyanga.
No, please continue. Yeah. No,
Like,
mina ngiyi.
yazi ngiphuma va mina like original.
Yeah.
I'm from a disadvantaged family. Hence the name Jabulani Maponya Mall is because of my eyes. Yabo? Umuntu angathi ngimbheke kabi kanti no.
Now I get this metaphor.
Yes.
You very good. One thing about you, please give it to Mr. Chabulani here, my man. Afri please press the
Jabulani
button.
ubani manje?
Chabulani.
Ulahlile. Ulahlile.
Mr. Maponya.
Whether you need a mind map,
Yeah, ngicela nimzameleni or something.
guys, can you please try a mind map for Black Money
this is
because
me, my
he
man.
just keeps on getting
Any day you're
even
gonna
more
find me like
and
this.
more.
Any day you're gonna find me like this. This is me.
Yeah.
What if Namnya senses?
Hayi wena uzenzisa.
Unjalo.
Awuzenzisi. Vele uslow.
Yeah. Naseklasini mfethu kunjalo.
Nami vele ngumuntu wamaphilisi. Ukuthi sometimes nje angiwaphuzi. Ngiyakhohlwa. Ngabona.
Okay.
Mara abanye abantu bathi ngikhohlwa ke.
Okay, waiting umntaka kuparubeka bone manyani.
Okay.
So where how
Mina uzohleka.
yabona.
Okay, ngihleli manje ngizoma ke. Okay, askies.
Mamela.
Yes.
When did your comedy career start?
2019. It's only 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2019. By a guy.
By a guy.
No, man, usisuhlanga ngathi usema movie ni lapho. But ke
No, mina ngiyimdoko mfethu ngiyimfethu.
Ja.
I might be late to your jokes but
bheka
it's okay.
njani. Wena ungayine. Wena una flop.
Yeah.
Flop likimi. Because mele ngibone nge third eye. Yabona? So but ngizozama uku-adjust mfethu. Angina choice. Nelavas plus ayikho. But asikho lapho. Oh. Okay. Let me reboost my transgender.
Yeah, Mr. Mdogo.
Okay,
it's okay.
bayabuya futhi abantu okay, composer. AEC Wang, it's a hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Sivugile Cho. And then AEC Wang comes back and say again and says Happy Wang's Day. Cause AEC Wang. And then vintage concepts comes back again and says, "Man, Black Maningi, thank you for making this interview awesome." Cause
Yeah, man. This is me. At any day, you're gonna find me like this.
Shibang
Man.
for the service. Can I answer? I'm not allowed in.
No, you're not allowed.
No.
Okay,
You're not
no,
allowed.
it's fine.
Is it your manager or?
I angazi yazi. Angazi maybe bafuna
I answer live Suzu ukuthi bathini.
If you're gonna put it on speaker.
say by drop it angizoyifaka.
Abazofona
You
futhi
know why
siyabazi.
I'm saying, Mina, you should put it on speaker. Ne?
Why?
I want to hear your real name.
Oh, okay.
Because I said
I will tell
Jablani
you,
and you said,
Iyabheka bayafuna
nah.
futhi
yeah,
faka
put it
speaker.
on loudspeaker.
Hey, the phone there now. Morning. Yeah, sure, go. Yeah? Ayi mfana azi ngisevuka breakfast gawo. Kanti ungifonela ukuthi ngiyenze njani? Angikuzwa. Oh, all right. Akuna stress. Cela ubatshele ne lapha esipanini ukuthi ngila evuka.
Usevuka breakfast show bambheke khona manje. YouTube, ngena ku YouTube uthi Vooka breakfast show.
Umacala ukhulume.
Sharp ne boy. Sharp Vooka. Vooka lapha.
Umacala kakavuka uthi
Hayi
bambheke ukhuluma enye yena. Oh, so you associated nama comedians, Green Sharp.
Hayi.
I mean,
Hayi le Abraham igama layo intwana yami le ingibuze ifonele ukuthi ifoni ayishiye kumail mina ngena mara sikho lapho angithi sometimes nokumfonela medese lunchini but asikhulumi ngala things ne
okay.
2019
Right.
there was a guy bathi umuntu Russell uthi battery lingapheli angazi ini umoya or something so but mina i-comedy ngiqale 2019 eTavern lapha eMaphonye yabo but mina anginayo yini konje lento le ama role model anginayo askisi
Awuna role model dog.
it's my mom my late mom ne
Shout out to your late mom.
yeah
Shout out,
ulele lapha ya eWest Park but ke umntu ne sa eTavern bekuyi Tuesday and then Uziko gave me 5 minutes so that 5 minutes I made it 3 because abantu mangifika lapha bangihleka bathi yobheka amehlo akhe yo ash
And there's nothing wrong.
there's something wrong.
Not my handwriting. It's not my handwriting.
Yeah. That's
It's
there's
not my
something wrong
handwriting.
to a point ukuthi ngifunde la mina eDobsonville
Yeah.
esizwile school for the deaf angazi besizwa yini
Okay.
awazi sizwe
So now.
Awuyazi sizwini.
Ngiyayicava. Iyasho sizwile deaf mo.
school for the deaf
Yeah.
mara angazi
niyasho.
ukuthi
Ukuthi
besizwa
baswa.
ini yeah sure
You were
But-
hearing the signs.
no mara ngathi mawufika that's a good one Afri Peru bani
Very low.
ndangathi gcwela bo Perry
No, mina black maningi, low Afri-Berry.
Mariconi Blackberry angithi
I'm black maningi, the great messenger of
no
all
okay no
time.
it's fine ke akunankinga so
Oh, not a Blackberry.
Oh my gosh.
I
Damn.
We told you need a mind map.
But
wena.
you also, it went over you.
My guy, that's been calling you Blackberry for a while, so you didn't get the whole emphasis that there's Afri-Berry, then there's Black Maningi.
So now it deserves to be Blackberry. Two comedians sitting together. Wow. Yes.
You're probably one of the most slow comedians.
Two comedians in one building. Oh damn.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
damn. Yeah, asimgen. Yeah.
so since from 2019 but yeah bengiloko ngivaya Mpumalanga Western area khona enye kanje yangibhuka ne
Yeah.
manje leyana yazi lo yangikwatisile lo yabhudi
So Green Sharp,
Nginayo
you grew up
vele.
ngai Msotra.
yeah
Okay, here in Dobsonville.
hayi
To be specific.
Uthemdeni kantwana unjani?
no kahle ngihlala emfuni
Yawuz.
Mfulo South
Yawuz.
Entle ke mahanya lona ka ro a chale chakala ka mo life. O dula kae?
Mfulo South
O tswaletse kae?
ngizalele kuphi eBhara mo so obvious
Hayi angikhuluma ngesibhedlela kanti unjani? Hayi mantoko man, isihlala kancane ungasami kancane. Sengifundile.
ay Afri-Berry ngikhumuza omunye usizo ngolodaya ay akuna stress
Yeah.
hayi akusuwe
Mina ngifanela no Ebenezer, I don't want to lie.
wonke umuntu usho kanjalo
Uzabathini?
Reminding
Bayabuya futhi khona manje ku YouTube ubukhosi athi lol umdoko and uyabuya futhi ubukhosi athi lol umdoko product of Mizodo not Sizwile.
hayi loyo uyibeka afunde emizodi
Yeah.
angithi angeke understand phela esizwile yo besithi disadvantage to a point ukuthi nami ngathola ne-cherry yabo lama-cherry amafishane lawo.
Okay,
Yeah. Yazi mina ngimude yeah bebasibiza Timon and Pumba. So ngelinye ilanga ngamusa emaponya mall. So ngathi mawufika ka-matric lapha ngathi soyezwa kancane because nama-trip akhona dom siye court basisa ku-hearing.
Okay, you can continue hard.
Yeah, it flew past. Angithi nisho kanjalo nina la. It flew past away. No, it's fine. So I don't look like Ebenezer. Why would you find Ebenezer? Shooting feeling.
Nah, you're still alive, man. Even though you were not you came early, you're not late.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine.
So pass over the head.
yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So from there and then umntwana ngiyamkhipha grade, ne? Uhlangana nomngane wakhe.
Right.
Igama lakhe beku February. Ne?
So, Green Sharp, man, I just want
Mamela.
Okay.
The benishana era disadvantage. Igama lakhe February.
Okay.
So it comes to a point ukuthi kumele ngimpush uhamba nge-wheelchair. And then mina naye besicabanga ukuthi siyaziphusha. Kanti yini emele ngimphusha.
It's okay.
Ne?
It's okay.
So I'm kasi like that mina show.
I hope Ukraine la corner right now.
Umfana yazi njoba awu February shuthi she's the shortest girl.
Hey, and the month February is so short. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, awusanga ukuthi so right.
Yeah. So what I want.
Angithi ngathi seka inyanga manje. Yena lo mntana.
Yeah.
Manje uthwase kanjani angena inyawo?
True.
Unazi inyanga ukuthi uhleli ku-wheelchair.
Sebekagida ngamatayeri.
Angazi. Because bengekho makethwasi. Angithi February. So she's the shortest nyanga. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I need to do. That's why I need to do. Yeah, what? That's why I need to do. Yeah, she must.
But ngana ngimrepeatele.
Exactly.
Ngoba iyabheda nalento ladies first. Manje ngathi siyafa manje nizovuma ngeke. Mantombazana sweet. But asikho lapha.
Yeah, so Grand Sharp, nento engizwayo mina ukuthi Grand Sharp uncanya abantu abanamagama wesilungu. Because uceda ukufonela uAbraham, ugelo wakho boku February.
No. Not like that.
Yeah. Kuyazenzakalela,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, mina ngifuna ukusho kanjalo mara ngesilungu. Wena usuke angihambela phambili ngathi trolley. Mara sikho lapho.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sure.
Two comedians in one building. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sure.
Yeah. No, ngiyakuzwa.
Yazinto usho ukuthi kahle kahle ne.
Itholile.
You know what's happening here. Eh? I remember I once asked you one question, and the question I got pendula no pendula like question. And whenever you're about to answer it,
2019.
yes, it is Muyela. Since 2019, Uguti, what to ungefaka munye out here for me out to solve.
Yeah, angithi mara ngithi.
You know what? This is very singing ku YouTube sifunda ama comments. Okay, T2s ati I'm dead, and I know vintage concepts ati maningi mdogo for president. Uyabuya futhi vintage concepts ati mdogo exposing ama IQ ama present.
No, sengizovana nomdogo.
And then uyabuya futhi uzinzi Elizabeth ati lol uyo umdogo is making us laugh so early in the morning. He is sick finally. Thank goodness we have PhD in understanding comedy. Otherwise, I'm dead of laughter. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
No, the thing is, it's not that angitold that ngiyazenzisa.
Yeah, sure.
It's not that angitold. Umdogo uyangithola angithi.
No, it's fine. You don't have to convince us.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Two comedians.
Convincing us it's not a must. It's okay. That's an argument
I'm
for.
not convincing anyone. As long as umdogo angitholile.
Yeah, ukutholile kusala le argument yakho nabaphansi bakho. Anyway, mdogo, 2019, a guy that introduced you into comedy, Uzugo, gave you a 5-minute set and you killed it in 3.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes and then ngathola a standing ovation.
It was a quick one, eh?
Yeah, I came quick very well.
Yeah.
Mawuthi khiya umnyango ayi sekunjalo. Uphuma isenzo line but ke So it's like that. You say, yeah, since from 2019, yeah, I've been doing comedy. And then, yeah, I'm a places, I'm a buyer. Because me, I do like, ngasho ukuthi it's comedy because isilungu siyangihlula kakhulu. Singiphathisa isilungulela kahle kahle. So, eish. Okay.
That's why uphuza umdoko. I'm sorry.
Ay, angazi ngizozama ukuthi ngibe slow but manje ngizowaste isikhathi because mina kumele ngimamele intentively.
Yeah.
Zwile leso silungu.
Intentively or yeah?
Yeah, nawe kuyafana kona lokho.
Attentively, yeah.
No, it's fine.
Attentively. Not
Nah, it's
intentively,
fine.
attentively.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like that again. Since again nje I've been doing comedy namanje ngiyayenza. Yeah.
What kind of a comedy? Like kune dark humor, ngithi kunama political comedy and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean I'm sticking to one liner. Maybe kanjani.
One
With a little bit of sarcasm. Yeah,
sarcasm.
Yeah, mina ngine black belt ku sarcasm.
Okay.
Yeah, ngine black belt kakhulu to a point ukuthi ngakushanga into deep mara uyibona ukuthi ayleya la khisa. Because khona umunye ubaba besimncwaba nini Sunday le esibuya kuyo. Bathi ubulawe indlala mara thina sidlile emncwabeni wakhe.
You know what, guys, in there? Mdogo, just before we wrap up now, because kahle kahle la bezeli comedy show. I don't think we even got a single interview. We didn't even do the interview.
Ngiyaxolisa for ukumosha interview yenu. Excuse.
I just realized that we didn't actually do an interview. We were here for a comedy set because we have been laughing. But just
Okay.
Oh, what?
Phone nayo. Umntana wabani lo? Oh, incosi yami le. Okay. Yeah, excuse. Ay. Ngiyifake ku yini?
Silent.
Go silent.
TNT.
So guys, you know what?
Ngiyaxolisa.
All I have to say is I hope you enjoyed the comedic skit we had because apparently we skipped the interview part of it. We barely got a single word out of Umtogo, which means so we can have a proper interview. We ask a lot Umtogo.
Okay, I know. I would love to come back. Hey man, lesilungu nazo. Ngingathanda ukubuya ne.
Iba nesindo mayikhuluma ngesizulu.
Yeah, angithi mara mina ngiwukazi mfethu. Mina like kasi yabona.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Please do
kasi
speak
mfana because
kasi, no.
ngiba scared mangikhuluma isiZulu mfana yo like isilungu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ngiba isilungulele, okay.
Yeah, ngiba scared to a point ukuthi uyabazi labantu abahleka so but bese bathi so angiyazi ibizwa ngani lento ngeEnglish so ingiphathisa leyo nto leyo ukuthi umuntu ahleka kahle kathi aphelele ibreast
Aphelelwe yini?
Breast.
ibreast and yazi ngicina ukubamba ibreast izona
Oh, nangu Theo Chakalasi uyeza la mdoga athi porridge is in
Chakalasi shout out to Chakalasi ngimbonile no Dilasi ya
Oh.
ama-chance aphusha file mara my favorite umthetho.
Your favorite comedian?
Yeah, umthetho, the comedian. Oh lo. Sorry.
Thank you. Ungazumthetho abamazi ngepasi nespecial bangazi ngolo.
Yeah.
Manje abona mawuthi umthetho athi uzakubheka uthi
Yeah, umthetho bese kuba usijika the dead born yase K1. Yeah.
Katlego.
Yeah, Katlego. Bese kuba the my late mom. Boy 3 labantu labo. They are my favorite.
Nah, man, shout out to your mom.
Shout out to your mom.
Didn't press feed the show.
Yeah, she cooked, eh?
Yeah. So I think back ne comedy level li one li back no mto. I don't know. But mina ngathatha le comedy.
Toga, shout out to your mom. Shout out to your mom. So, Toga, can you please tell us if you have, just before we close off, can you please tell us if you have any comedy shows that are lined up? And then, abantu bangakuthola kuphi kusagwa social media handles.
Oh, okay. Manje anginayo comedy because ngisakhulisa ingcosi yami. Ne? So I don't have shows. But khona into ezayo mara uthi angifuni ukuyi-announce because abantu banomona man. Yabo?
Okay, yeah.
People are cruel. Yabona? And kuyenzeka izinto ey'ningi kuney'vunguvungu ey'ningi la emhlabeni yabona. So angifuni ukuthi nami caught up in that act ukuthi eyisani le besibona ukuthi uzophelela laphi nani nani. But mina comedy noma ungangivusa ngo-3 ekuseni ngizokwenzela i-comedy ne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sisevuka. Yeah, like anginama show, but there's something ezayo which is like it's an acting nje. But nje ngizonitshela ukuthi kuyenzakalani. And then izimdoko kuwo wonke ama social media handles.
Easy as
Yeah, is IS. Angithi
Mdogo.
Yeah, is
No,
Mdogo.
phela kuno easy. No
Mara ngithe
Is.
is.
Uthe is.
Okay. No, phela I'm listening attentively here.
Njani uyikudoche kangaka?
No, it's fine. Nisingali ngoba manje ngathi ndilwela umdoko na. So it's IS ne Mdogo. Ahlangene wonke and then ahlukana nje ku Instagram phela because there's a underscore. Instagram is Mdogo. And then yeah, that's it. Ukuyalena ke. Wonke umuntu ongaziyo, shut up.
Hey, thank you for putting through. So I just wanted to read you your last comment, and this one is an argument ozobanayo no Theo, because Theo yabuya futhi athi so I'm not your favorite. Nizobamba after school geleyo. Guys, let's catch a quick break right now, and then after then we'll be welcoming Osvaldo, giving us something to be mindful about when it comes to dealing with stress and how to handle stress under your mind basket.
Hey family,
Hi,
My name is Tisiga Mazibuko Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
my name is Musi Mist
my name is Ketsuake Mguni
on the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
Well, yeah, I should have lost many. Wow.
Welcome back, Mavuga Amahe, our Vuga family. You are still live on with us on the Vuga Breakfast Show. It's hashtag Vuga Breakfast Show. I don't know about you, but I am awake after that segment, the Comedy Wednesday. It's a Comedy Wednesday, man. Maningi, you guys were doing the most here with Umdogo. Wait, sorry, I need to like learn that. Can somebody help me with the mics? Can somebody help me with the mics, guys? Can you just help me with the mics? I'm not used to being in the driver's seat, guys.
Yeah.
But of course, today, you know what? It's about breaking the boundaries. And of course, I am here in the driver's seat with you guys, trying to lead the show and take you on a journey with me. And of course, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. The Comedy Wednesday section with Umdogo was quite funny.
Man, two comedians in one building. Come on.
It was like
give me a boo-boo.
I don't even wait. Oh, there you go. I'm saying happy birthday. There you go. I got it. You going to? Well, yeah, you know what? Now I am now I'm also a comedian. Funny,
Yeah,
funny. But yeah, thank you guys for waking us up, Maningi.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Yeah, man. Vooka Breakfast Show. This is what we do. We wake you up. We give you that energetic dose of the day. And obviously now we are about to get into the mind basket with Osvaldo Nyaka. And we will be tackling how you can catalyze stress for self mastery. Osvaldo, I don't know, for anybody who is tuning into the show for the first time, and, we've had you here before, but can you just quickly give us a short introduction again as to who you are and what exactly you do?
Sure, no, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me once again. It's such a pleasure being here, as always. So, as you said, the name is Osvaldo Nyaka, and I study human behavior, and this comprises of looking at the different fields that contribute to human consciousness. Which includes psychology, philosophy, finance, and sometimes I even dabble in science from time to time. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Human behavior.
I know, right?
Human behavior.
Right.
Man.
I know you mostly work with the DeMartini method. So can you just, for anybody who does not know what the DeMartini method is, can you just go into that and explain to them?
Certainly. So the DeMartini method is a method which was designed by Dr. DeMartini, which is a process that helps people balance out their perceptions and their emotions and helps you make that psychological breakthrough. What's revolutionary about this method is that it's enhanced and it's designed to show you the hidden order that's in your life. So no matter what the perception is, we can always bring it back to a balancing point, no matter what the perception is, or in other words, no matter what the individual story is, we can always bring it back to the middle point, the grounding point, and balancing that out and seeing how that your story or the individual story is part of the bigger order.
Okay, so now we are going in your work with human behavior and the DeMartini method, right?
Yes.
How do you define stress, and what is the biggest misconception people have about it?
Okay, so how we define stress?
Yes.
We're going to go back. There's a couple of episodes ago where we spoke about the fact that the world is in a continuous flux.
Yes.
Meaning that the only thing that is constant is change. So stress is actually the inability to adapt to a changing environment. So that is what brings about stress. That's how I would define stress.
Adding on TC's question, I
Yes.
just want to find out, Tuguti, is there a difference between stress and being worried, or is just those are synonyms?
No, there is a difference. So let's look at three different types of stresses. One is, we'll call it an acute stress.
Yes.
The other one we'll call it a chronic stress, and then we're going to call the third one eustress. So an acute stressful situation is, for example, this morning I was driving coming here and I could have been late. So in that state of being stressed, of not wanting to be late, I drove like a maniac. That's a stressful situation.
All right.
So now chronic stress is now if I take that behavior, or should I say the way I drove today, and I constantly drive that way. So chronic stress is constantly being in that state of when I get into a car, I must just get to where I want to go to as quickly as possible. So now I'm always constantly being under a stressful situation. Now eustress is the good stress. Eustress now is your personal stress when you're saying, okay, these are what my life goals are. For example, let's say you've got a life goal of maybe making 1 million, 2 million, or whatever the case is. Or maybe you want to be just
Chasing a career.
Yeah.
chasing a career.
Yes.
Then you say, okay, you know what? In order for me to get from point A to point B in where I want to go, these are the things that I would love to do, and these are the things that I choose to do. So you stress yourself over those goals, over those actions that you want to take. So eustress is something that comes from within, whereas chronic stress or that acute stressness has to do with what's outside of your control. So it's basically a biased perception of what's going on.
Okay. I mean, I've often heard that stress is feedback from your body. So, stress is feedback. What exactly is it reflecting back to us?
It's reflecting back to you the things that you either didn't adapt to,
Okay.
or the things that you're overthinking about from a biased perception. So when it comes to the brain, there's something which is called a system ones and a systems two thinking.
Okay.
So system one thinking has to do with your emotional side of it,
Okay.
which has to do with your animal brain, or we call it the subcortical aspect of your brain, which has to do with your animal brain, which is just there below.
Okay.
And that is where all your emotions go. Then you got your executive center, which is the prefrontal lobe cortex.
Yes.
So in your prefrontal lobe cortex, we call it the executive center. So that is where you're able to make executive decisions by seeing things from both sides.
Yes.
So you're more objective. Again, from what he said, when you're being career driven, your objective to say these are the objectives that I must meet in order for my career to come through, or for me to achieve the things that I want to achieve in my career. So you're being objective as to which actions you're going to be taking. So stress is just a feedback that you're not being objective about the things that you must be doing or the things that you should be doing, can be doing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Guys, we are still in a meaningful and insightful conversation with our behavioral expert here and facilitator of the Di Martini method, Osvaldo Nyaka. Comment below if you have any questions for him, because we are talking about how how you can catalyze stress for self-mastery. So, Osvaldo, how can someone start identifying the hidden order or value in a stressful event, especially when they're feeling overwhelmed or reactive?
Now, the reason why you're feeling overwhelmed is because you're perhaps doing actions that are not objective actions. So
Okay.
this means that we all maybe we should go back to a principle which is called a value factors.
Okay.
So what happens is we all have a value structure. And when I speak about value structures, I don't mean like societal moral values, but instead individual values. These hierarchy of values are things that we see are most missing in our lives, and we're trying to fulfill it. So, for example, in this table, in this room, we all have different values. So, for example, for me, my highest value could be researching and reading. Then, second to that could be speaking. And then, third could be finance, because those are the top three values where I think, okay, these are the things that are most missing. These are the things that I want to most accomplish. Then he would perhaps have a different set of values. Perhaps for him, he wants to be a comedian.
Yes. I mean, he seems to do quite well at it. Him and Mdogo had you laughing, so they were doing something right.
Right. And attached to that could be something else. Maybe he wants to, start off a family, or could vary in those aspects. So now what happens is, if I go down, lower my value structures, you'll find that cooking is somewhere there. If you ask me to cook something for you, I won't be able to, because I don't like cooking and I will not cook for you. Now, I can cook for you on the one day where I'm like, oh, okay, perhaps the pleasures of coming out of this cooking are more than the pains of actually going through cooking. But if you expect me to cook every day for you, now you're going to see that you're going to start injecting stressful situations, because it's something that I'm not inspired to do. So there, if I'm doing the cooking, my stress levels will go up. So in other words, the more things you do that are lower down on your value structures, the higher your stress levels will be, as a feedback to get you to go back to doing the things that are highest on your values to fulfill what that purpose is.
Okay, so now obviously we are talking about self mastery here, right? And we cannot avoid stressful situations, or we can't always, avoid stressful situations. And stress is something we face on a day to day basis based on, the things that are actually happening and life itself. So, what does self mastery actually look like in daily life? So is it about being calm all the time, or is it something deeper?
No, it's not about being calm all the time. It's impossible to be calm all the time. It's about being able to express yourself fully and seeing that these spectrums of emotions or expressions are part of who you are as a human being. So, for instance, if I come and I tell you that VAT is increasing by 10%, you're going to get stressed because it's something that you're supposed to deal with and it's the changes that you have to adapt to.
Yes.
But being stuck in that is where the problem now comes, because now you're not adapting to the changes that comes with. So that 10% VAT increase, yes, it's stressful. The stress is helping you to see, okay, well, it's time for me to get up and think differently and do different things, because like we said, the only thing that's constant is change.
Yes.
So stress is actually helping you. So it's about embracing the stress and using the stress.
Okay. Embrace the stress. I hope you that is tuning in and listening, watching us right now, you heard that from Osvaldo Nyaka. He said, and what he said right now. So last time you spoke with Musi and Mo about the issue of mental health and the misconception about it, especially about your surroundings, right? Can you please take us through what you know about mental health and its misconceptions?
Yeah, so the misconception around mental health is that someone is in disorder.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we also had a guest here, Pastor Dave Barber, who, he had some pretty interesting opinions surrounding how, the diagnosis process happens when being diagnosed with mental health disorders, and obviously being medicated for it and things. So, yeah, can you then obviously now expand more on that?
Yeah, so it's not to say that those things don't have their place. They
Yes.
certainly do. So the misconception sometimes it's sort of is that when someone comes to you for help, the first thing you do is to label the person that they are in disorder. The only reason why you would say that that person is in disorder is because you're using your own judgments or perhaps your past experiences to then say that this person is then in disorder, and you're now saying that I'm in order, so therefore that person is in disorder. So the mislabeling there is what causes that misconception. But if you come from a perspective of this is a perfect human being who's just experiencing life through their value structures, then now you're able to help them see the order that's already in their life. So, for instance, if I told you now that perhaps I'm experiencing loss,
Yes.
I'm grieving, you could come and say, well, you've lost something and you're now in disorder. But if we search deeper, look deeper, you'll see that where I've lost something is where I've also gained something. So if you're able to show the person that there's that perfect balance between whatever's happened in their life, whatever's happening now, and whatever will happen in the future, then you're able to help them go back into that hidden order that's going on in their lives.
Okay. Thank you so much, Osvaldo, on always imparting such essential and insightful knowledge on us when it comes to issues surrounding mental health. And right now, obviously, stress and using that for growth, right? Because like you said, we cannot avoid stress. It's something we have to deal with in our lives, and it's something we face every day. So if today's message resonated with you, ask yourself, what is stress trying to teach me? Maningi. When you are stressed, what do you think stress is trying to teach you in that moment?
Nah, I mean, the thing is, you know what creates stress ne, for me? Ne? It's because we live according to ideas in this world. I live according to reality. Ideas, it's like, okay, living according to expectations, that what causes stress according to me. I live according to your reality. If it happens, it happens, then we move on. So according to me, what creates stress, CC, is expectations.
Right. Yeah. So it's that unrealistic expectation that will create stress. So anytime you have this unrealistic expectation, and then reality hits, that's the stressful part. Is how far is that fantasy away from reality? So the further that fantasy is away from reality, the greater your stressful levels will be. I mean, if you expect the president to make sure that your path is always is the greatest path towards your success. That's impossible because how many people are in the country? How many different value systems are in the country? So if you're a president of a nation, you can't necessarily live up to everybody's value structure. So you see, so sometimes we have that little fantasy that goes on that drives up that stress.
So, Osvaldo, sorry, there's just something that I want you to do with us. If somebody is watching the show right now, can you walk us through a simple exercise or reflective question from the DiMartini method that our viewers can use to shift from stress to self-awareness?
Yes, 100%. So here's what we do. So let's define the 7 areas of life first. So you've got these seven areas, the 7 areas of life.
Okay.
Many people have
Okay.
many more than this, but I love the 7. The 7 is, the first one is finance. The second one is family. Then you've got your physical aspect of life. You've got your mental aspect. You've got your vocational aspect. You've got your spiritual. And then you also have your, did I mention physical as well? And then you also have your social aspect of life. So all these 7 areas of your life, somewhere in those areas, one is more important than the other, or they're all structured according to what you believe is most important to the least important. So what you want to do is give me a practical example of when you've had a stressful situation, any of you. Give me a practical example so we can literally do it. What is it that what event did you perceive was stressful? Let's go to it.
I often sometimes find myself unable to focus when trying to, let's say, read, and or let's say this coming up when, because one thing that I do for the show is content producing. So sometimes having to factor in all the stakeholders and having to structure everything in a way that's meaningful, and obviously that's going to be the drive, the objective of the show. It can come, for me it can get a little bit overwhelming because I'm trying to now come up with cover expectations of the viewers, the audience, and also impart the necessary knowledge onto the people who will be dealing with coming up and coming up and producing the show. Yes.
So let's look at it. What's the stressful factor? If you could, what's the stressful factor? What is it that you're stressing about? Put it into simple terms. So let's identify the stress. What's the stress?
The stress is the work.
Okay, but what aspect of the work is the stressful thing?
The admin.
Okay, the admin.
Yes.
So the admin is what stresses you more. So the first step is to identify what the stress is.
Yes.
Then the second part is, let's now say what's the emotional charge in this? Is it a positive or negative? So obviously you've got a very negative charge on it.
Yes.
So to bring balance to the negative, we add positives.
Okay.
So now let's look at this aspect now is, what then are the benefits to you socially of that stress when you go through that admin stress? What are the benefits to you socially because of that? So what happens when you go through that stress? Do you sit down? Do you concentrate more? Do you look at what needs to go in where? What is it that you do?
I shut down.
You shut down.
Yes.
So what are the benefits to you socially to shutting down?
There are none.
See, so now you see where you're emotionally charged because you're seeing one side without the other. You're saying whenever I shut down, there's no benefits to me and there's no benefits to other people. So therefore, that's an aspect that you would try to change.
Yes.
Because you're seeing one side without the other. So you're coming from a systems one thinking where it's survival mode.
Yes.
Sometimes animals do what? They withdraw, they play dead in order to survive. So that's also a symptom of withdrawal. So now let's go in again. Let's go in and say, okay, what is the benefits to you shutting down because of that stress? What's the benefits to you socially because you shut down?
I mean, it could give me downtime to reflect and actually come up with strategies to handle the work or the admin.
Right. So now that one factor, that one thing, we use the principle of the ripple effect and connect it to all the other 7 areas of life. So now what's the benefit to you financially because you're able to sit down, reflect, and focus on the admin aspect of life? What's the benefit to you financially because of that? What is it?
The benefit to me financially, well, in the long run, it would mean I'm more productive. So
be more productive. What's the benefit to you mentally because of you're being more productive?
I'll feel more accomplished, so I'll get more done and I won't have stress.
Right. And then vocationally, what are the benefits? Do you grow in your career because of that?
Yes.
Right. And then the other benefits, spiritually, what does it do to you?
I would obviously feel more connected. To myself and more at peace with myself.
And then benefits to the family structure. What happens then? How does it benefit you to be in that state when you go home?
A happier me obviously means at home I'm more present, and I'm amicable.
Amicable. So now my question to you is this: do you want to get rid of that stress?
Maybe not. No.
Right. Do you see how that stress is helping you?
It's catalyzing personal growth.
Yeah, of course, but would have to go in deeper and deeper.
Yes.
Then obviously, through the DiMartini method, we go in and help you own that trait that, okay, you are stressful at times. Then we go in, we benefit, we balance out, okay, when you did it, how did it benefit you?
Yes.
And then how did it benefit others? Then there's a specific column that is like mind-blowing, where you actually go in and you actually get to see that at the moments when you were stressful, there was no other way for you to be but that at that specific moment. Yeah, so what I would say to your viewers is first identify the stress and then look for the benefits around the 7 areas of life as to how that stress is helping you in all those 7 areas of life. And don't stop until you can come up with 20, 50 questions until you get to the point where you're like, oh, I don't want to change the stress. It's part of who I am.
Yeah, no. I think for me that was quite eye-opening because I deal with a lot of stressful situations, having to be involved in multiple projects at a time, and obviously as a creative in the creative space, we usually deal with gigging as a norm. So that means you're always busy, you're always handling things, you're always doing this, you're always doing that. So I mean, I know Maningi can attest to this, but we do quite a lot. So I know that anyone who's watching this that's also can relate and who also deals with everyday stresses, perhaps at work or in the home or in your day-to-day life when it comes to your personal relationships. So if anybody wants to continue this inner work with you, where can they find your teachings, or what kind of sessions can they get from you?
So before you do that, did you have a question?
I just wanted to read the comments. So on the comment section we have Hector Takalani. They're saying Vooka Breakfast Show, morning family, morning to you, Hector. Then comes Spin City, says, Sir Ovaldo, do you do business or personal coaching? I am very interested in you coaching me.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh yes, I do that.
There you go. Before
so I
we
do
close
either
off.
group work or I do one-on-one consultations. So either of the two. So if you go to social media, you just type in my name, Osvaldo Nyaka, either Facebook, Instagram, or something. You can drop something there, or you can just use the email address of bookings@beyondhalffull.com. then you're able to email me there. I don't know if I should leave my number, but hey,
No,
tough
it's
one.
okay
No
if
ways.
your business number
tough
where
one.
you
Yeah, no,
but
no.
I mean if
So
it's
those are the
email, if
platforms,
they
yeah.
can only reach you via email, then that's also fine. Or your socials, they can DM you. Yes.
Yes, I think that's the best
Yes.
way. Otherwise, my stress levels will go up.
And we don't want that. We want you to also just, be carefree, lighthearted, whimsical, as one of the word of the days has been here on the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. It's been the Mind Basket with Osvaldo Nyaka, who has been talking about catalyzing stress for self-mastery. So the Mind Basket is a segment here on the Vooka Breakfast Show where we unpack powerful insights, one thought at a time. So today we dove into something we all face and of course that we all understand, and stress. So, but obviously now we have learned with Osvaldo that stress is not your enemy. It can also be your ally. Thank you so much, Osvaldo, for always being a welcome guest on our show and always giving us such valuable insights when it comes to mental health. And I hope you at home, you've gotten some valuable information from this interview. And don't go anywhere because we have more for you. Stay tuned.
And sorry to cut you.
Yes,
And
no.
we have just a last comment from Hector Takalan saying, stress is money. Money own its own stress.
Hector Marawena. Yeah, but it's true. It's true. Hector is telling the truth, guys. What they say? More money, more problems. But you know what? Imali yafuneka. We all need that money. But don't go anywhere, man. You're still tuned in live on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Just stay tuned as we go for a break. And we're going to come back shortly.
Vooka Msanti, we are here at the Rand Show. Now, if you would like to win 2 tickets for yourself and a loved one, be sure to tune into the Vooka Breakfast Show every weekday from Monday until Friday from the hours of 7 and 10 a.m. Yes, and you can definitely catch the Rain Show from the 17th until the 21st of April. And if you do want to stand a chance, be sure to tune in from the 7th and the 11th because that's when we'll be choosing our winners. Don't forget to also share those hashtags. It's hashtag what? Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Rant Show 2025. Now for me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, the darker the berry, the sweeter than tuntun. And also me, TC Gashabalala Mazibugo, your Prime Cut Creative and your positivity dose of the day. Catch us live every Monday to Friday from 7 until 10 a.m. on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maiman.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
Vooka Breakfast Show. We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here. My name is Musi Mest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my money. CC Shabalala Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manele Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street you live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the streets.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that wherever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, away from school,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
sir.
Welcome back, beautiful people. I hope you guys are still feeling amazing and still feeling fantastic. And I also hope you also Sekgowa, bona ge ntle ke. Ke re ke solofela gore le bile la enjoy interview ya rona le ena buta rona Osvaldo ka re bo sekgwa sa me gompieno se ta se tshameka ka ne bile ne sa tshaba. And then, but you know what, we're going to quickly go to at least one news headline while we're still waiting for our audiologists to get on the online conversation with us. So you know what? I wanna go to this one where Ramaphosa congratulates the Limpopo BMX cyclist on a historic Cape Town journey. Yes, Maninge.
Before you go to the Ramaphosa and stuff, I've got a comment there on YouTube from Nelly Somni saying, "Good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show. Sivugile ama Vooka amahle. I working at the retail. Am tuned in under the desk. Can't afford to miss an episode."
Hi, Bo, Deliswa. Oh my goodness.
I pray ukuthi bangakubhaqi.
I love that for us.
Please, ngicela ningambhaqi. Instead, ngicela nawe join online mlungu ubheke iVuka Breakfast Show.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can see what exactly has us so intrigued and so involved in watching.
Berry Blaze.
Under the
Berry
desk,
Blaze.
wangikhumbuza thina bathume usewuyeza.
Yeah, when
Mawuhlala ebackseat udonsa nesikhwama ngena phansi kwedesk. Because you know ukuthi anyeka ngibone le. Anyeka abone uzosho ukuthi vela ngizange ngisigela lo. Anyeka abone lo. Okay, so the Ram Akir Bare, President Cyril Ramaphosa has congratulated the 3 Limpopo cyclists from the Gota BMX, who recently completed an extraordinary cycling journey from their home province to Cape Town, taking to X, formerly known as Twitter, on Tuesday. Ramaphosa said the government of unity extends its congratulations. I want Ramaphosa nana get
how, why, what happened now? What's wrong?
No, he already knows that the GNU is already under scrutiny.
Okay.
From the DA literally fighting the whole tax increase population, and then the fact that we're also not feeling what's going on because they're managing under GNU. So manje, I know he's trying to put on a big, beautiful facade of what a beautiful unity they have. It's a broken home, my guy.
When did Ramaphosa comment on that, on the 3 guys who arrived in Cape Town?
Yeah, he commented on the 3 guys who arrived in Cape Town. Yeah, but
I mean, when did he comment it?
I'm not quite sure.
Because I'm thinking, the one Justice for Kwekwe, he didn't comment on anything about that, but yet he can comment on
Yeah, Baba.
the 3 guys who are going to Cape Town. The most important thing that he should have commented about, he didn't. But the one, it's not that, I'm not saying it's not important,
But based on statistics,
he should have commented on Justice for Kwekwe, but
Thulilu Ramaphosa, eh? Your cupcake.
what can you say?
Your cupcake. Don't like yakho.
I wonder. Yeah. I wonder how people. Yeah, I think that's quite something that's quite something thought provoking that you brought up, Manigo. He is commenting now. Congratulating.
I'm not saying it's
and
not important, Young Tola, but the most important thing, justice for Kwekwe.
Yeah, because in the country we live in, we have much more. Yes, they achieved a beautiful sight, but we have much more bigger, like brain-striking issues that are happening. Kids are being raped by a principal nogal, teachers in their school.
Maybe he was trying to do like what we do on Comedy Wednesdays, relieve
what?
Relieve the country a little bit, give some feel good, vibes.
No. There's no such thing when you have an on-carrying situation that's happening in Mzansi.
Something that can bring us together, that can, show unity and, show how we can come together. Feel good vibes. Maybe he was just trying to spread feel good vibes instead of,
What exactly is there that is happening in our country that should make us feel good? The employment rate is freaking high. You have a person who's been earning unemployment rate is freaking high. Thank you for the correction. Is way too high. And then you have people who've been working for plus 3 to 7 years who are still earning the same salary they were earning 10 years ago. And then you want to increase the VAT. And then on top of that, we have GBV cases, we have sexual rape cases, we have sexual molestation going on. There are so much pressing matters that are happening in the country, and our positive. My food.
Okay. I was just saying.
What's this moment because it's trying to make broken house shine. How can you make a broken house shine? You'll still see the cracks.
I'm playing devil's advocate here, trying to see like the other side of the, trying to show you a different perspective of perhaps like a different angle. That
Le coin in a malfunction.
gone
Essay
for.
minty by print site one. I know Ramaphosa's body site one. No, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
This is what he's giving us is basically a malfunction coin. Because Vele SA Mint does that sometimes. They print coins one side instead of both sides. That's what he's giving us, Konamanch. We are looking at a broken mirror. And as much as you may try to wipe it, make it shine, you'll still see the cracks. And the cracks in this whole government of unity relationship that's going on right now is the fact that we are not heard as citizens. We are listening to a mother's cry pleading for justice to prevail for her daughter. We are listening to that. He is not hearing the cries that there are still people in the hood who stay in different townships who do not have jobs. Yet each and every single quarter, each and every single year, they proudly say and go out and wearing a mask in our faces and say, the unemployment rate has decreased. Where exactly has it decreased and where do they take their stats? I am really wondering. Because I've never even seen a government car saying, I'm going to take stats. Hi, how are you? So how many people of you live in this house? How many people are employed? Have you ever seen that? But each and every single year, they go out boldly so, with their chest fully out, claiming that unemployment has decreased. Which eye are they looking with? Let that eye
the political eye, like remember, like Maningi is saying.
I'll believe you when you say that.
Eye, yeah.
They're probably looking with the political eye because no, man, our government is not doing us any justice. For example, right now, let me look at it with also a political eye. Right now, we have been so the US is no longer supporting us, right? So why hasn't BRICS as a union combined together, put together their resources and try to fight this?
Maningi.
Oh,
the thing is, I'm not very big on political when Afripere, so I just, there and there.
Okay, let's go back again. And then we look at the impact that the president of Burkina Faso has done so far since this whole American drag has happened. What has our president done?
President Daure.
Okay, that point. And then yesterday on the news, right? So yesterday on the news, I saw that the government has officially added a policy that will start now policing churches that literally pop up out of nowhere. Why did it take so long?
TC feels like Are you okay, TC?
Fourth point.
Okay. I'm just like, okay, perhaps she is posing questions. I mean, and they crucial, thought-provoking questions that perhaps our viewers and our listeners can answer on our social media platforms and in our live chat. But I am going to reserve my comments and opinions for you guys so that you can share your comments and your opinions with us instead. Because we're not here to listen to me speak about myself and what I think. I want to know what you think, Rhonda.
No, it's fine. You listen to me. Number 4.
Yes.
The president of Rwanda declared that a person cannot open a church without a theology degree, diploma, or master's certificate. And that has been almost plus minus 2 to 3 years when he did that. That's why you do not have unauthorized churches that spray people with doom ngatamapela, or have churches that make people eat grass because they believe that God, Jesus is coming, or have churches that burn people in a casket and said, "Ngivusole." And then we still have churches popping up. Why hasn't it changed? We live in an African country, and we have 3 African countries so far that have made amazing changes to betterfy their countries. Mara cupcake. You are still launching there. We're not doing. What's the whole point of GNU if you're not taking examples from our fellow brothers and sisters? The first female president of Namibia.
Okay, when Africa, I hear you complaining cupcake this, cupcake that, but the question is here: are we meeting our cupcake halfway? We did meet our cupcake halfway when we were doing justice for Tweka. You get what I'm saying? So,
No, not really. Because if our president listened to us a very long time ago, when the killings of women started a very long time ago, when so many cases of rapes, it's a thing that has been happening throughout so many years. So many people throughout the years have been marching, have been politicking, have been creating riots about the justice and the injustice that has been done for victims in our country. It's not about the fact that how many kids have we heard of that have been raped by their parents, uncles, stepfathers, and whatever? How many? No, there's even a case where a stepfather murdered his stepdaughter. This has been going on for such a long time. So in Dabaguti, no, simneta halfway, simita halfway, yendabaga justice for we are not listened. We live in a country full of paupers where we are basically we're basically the dolls, and they puppeteer us. Our country does not listen to our cries. This is something that has been going on for years, so many years. We've also had cases of GBV violence on the LGBTQI plus community, and it's still happening right now. What needs to happen in order for government to listen to us? So many people have been saying, we're going to bring back the death penalty. People should literally burn for their crimes and learn the hard way. How many years? How many more years? Do we still need another more 30 years in order for us to be heard as women? I cannot work 7. It's too late for me to be out in the street.
you know what I'm saying, Afripere? I'm not denying what you're saying. Ne? All I'm saying is we did meet a cupcake halfway. He didn't came through for us. For the justice, we came halfway. He didn't come halfway. Where he comes halfway, we don't come halfway.
Okay,
That's
so
the
out
thing
of
I'm
curiosity, how many presidents have we had and we've come halfway?
Babu Ncamalala.
No, how many presidents have we had? Siyeka Mandela, now we've had Umbeki, uZuma, and then uKhalime Motlanti wabamba isikhundla kancane while before kuzongena uRamaphosa. uRamaphosa ugove iterm yakaZuma and did his first term. This is his second term. So Ramaphosa had more than 3 times in order for him to fix the situation in our country. What happened on both accounts before this time? Thank you very much.
Well, I don't know about you watching the show right there
heated right now.
at home. Afri Berry,
right
of
now.
course, Miss Berry Blaze, always with the bold voice, very opinionated and sharing her thoughts on the headline we are tackling today, where Mr. Ramaphosa was congratulating the Gauteng BMX cyclists who made a trip from their home country to Cape Town. So just share your thoughts with us on this and other headlines that we've shared with you on the show using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So my thought is, while President Ramaphosa's congratulatory message to the Gauteng BMX cyclists is a proud moment for South African sport, it also offers a deeper reflection on the power of youth development and grassroots investments. So these young athletes are proof of what can be achieved when talent meets opportunity, something we urgently need to replicate across sectors battling with inequality, youth unemployment, and under-resourced education. So their victory isn't just about their fate, but it's a glimpse into the potential of a nation when the energy of its youth is properly supported and celebrated. So we have our next guest in studio.
Yes, we have our next guest. Namhlanje ngivuke ngifakile gingi. Bathe kimi mina ngiyahamba zokudribula abagogo. So shaya matsipa sithi tswalata. Mara ka re batla ngigwisa bongkhono ba awane. Cause abagogo ama professional player. I mean,
Yes. The
TC.
Dopsy Grannies Football Club, man. They are in studio with us today. And I can't wait to hear about what they do. Ukuthi kahle kahle, you know, i-club yabo bayiqale kanjani, because it's quite inspirational. Gogo's doing it for themselves. You know, doing something other than knitting, uhlala estupini. They keeping active. You know, keeping healthy.
Siyavota. Oh, by the way, so we also have a comment from Hector Takalani. This one is dedicated to you, TC. TC, are you chatting? A warning on the way. When Aksasu Hector now a rain show.
Hector Askisi, man. Like today, Vooka Breakfast Show mornings are obviously energetic, and with energy comes a lot. Sometimes comes with a little bit of chaos. And with live streaming, you guys know the magic of live streaming. You know, it's live, it's in real life time, and sometimes I'm just adjusting myself. Yes, adjust kancane Hector bengifuna ukubona ukuthi sikhiphane lana ku social media. Besifuna ukubona nokuthi uncommentanga. You know, we also wanted to see if you guys haven't sent through, you know, a WhatsApp voice note. Where are your WhatsApp voice notes? Don't forget.
Where are your WhatsApp texts?
We have a WhatsApp number. It's 060-493-3226. Send us a voice note. Yeah. Hector, and wake me up, because what? It's hashtag Sivugile.
Kahle when TC ngathi Hector now kusasa rinshu. Bayokufuna ama-binoculars. Ngathi kusasa Hector makafika uzothanda ngitshenge ngophuthisi. So guys, all our amazing winners, we hope that you guys are ready to have a fun-filled and exciting weekend with us at the Rand Show. Remember that the Vooka Breakfast Show will also be broadcasting live from the Rand Show tomorrow. Siyaqala sifuna ubabonise ku-Rand Show ukuthi sivukile. Sivukile.
One more sleep to go. One more sleep to go. And I hope you are ready. And of course, even there will be some things, adrenaline things that will be happening, you know, to give us that boost. And mind you, obvious, the people that are about to give us the boost right now in the studio right now is the Dopsy Grannies Football Club. Maningi, are you ready? Are you ready? Because I know you and Mo are active guys, you know.
No, I'm not active in football, but I'm willing to be active. I don't think I'm not underestimating Abogogo, but I'm willing to challenge them. I'm willing to challenge them. I'm not underestimating Abantabadala, but I'm willing to challenge them. I hope because I'm more active in you know, in bodybuilding and rugby, so I'm not used to using my feet, you know.
He ran.
No, because petty ball.
No, but you tackle with your feet. So when just imagine the ball is in your feet instead of your hands. Thank you very much. I rest my case. So guys, you know what? I hope you guys are ready to have a fun-filled day. Konalati la. So right now we're gonna take a quick ad break, and then after that, hopefully I go to interview our Gogo. And do the kids feel intimidated? Let's get over to a quick ad break, guys.
Vooka, Msanti, we are here at the Rand Show. Now, if you would like to win 2 tickets for yourself and a loved one, be sure to tune into the Vooka Breakfast Show every weekday from Monday until Friday from the hours of 7 and 10 a.m.
Yes, and you can definitely catch the Rain Show from the 17th until the 21st of April. And if you do want to stand a chance, be sure to tune in from the 7th and the 11th, because that's when we'll be choosing our winners. Don't forget to also share those hashtags. It's hashtag what?
Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Rand Show 2025.
Now for me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, the darker the berry, the sweeter than tuntun. And also me, TC Gashabalala Mazibugo, your time cut creative and your positivity dose of the day. Catch us live every Monday to Friday from 7 until 10 a.m. on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maiman.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
Sivugile. Welcome back. You are still tuned in live with us here on the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. All right, Mzansi, it's time to lace up your boots and throw out those age limits, because today we are spotlighting a team of fearless, fabulous footballers who are dribbling past stereotypes and scoring goals for the soul, man. They're fierce, they're funny, and they're fit, and they're repping Dobsonville with pride. Make some noise for the make some noise, Vooka Breakfast family, for the unstoppable legends, the Dobsy Grannies Football Club. Boo, 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 boo. Oh my God, welcome. Yazimbo Koko, you guys look beautiful in your kit. I love it. You guys look beautiful in your kit. So Mama, you are the
captain
and you are the
assistant coach.
Awesome, man. Ngicela ukuthi nje just introduce yourself to ababulikeli nabalaleli bethu namhlanje ukuthi wena ungubani for the Dobsy Grannies Football
For the
Club.
Dobsy Grannies Football Club, Busisiwe Kepswa. I'm the captain of the club.
Wow. And wena?
Refilwe Kukama, assistant coach.
Awesome. So, Mama, first of all, tell us how this beautiful team, ihlangane kanjani. Ubani oqalile wathi grannies must play soccer.
Ooh la la. Team iqale as Dobsy oldies besiyenza ama aerobics. Then it went on and on until we found out that there are grannies abadlala ibola in Nike.
Yeah.
And then there's a league there. Then we decided to join 2015, continued until now. From 2015.
So you guys have been playing football, or well, keeping active. Ima, let me make this distinction. Has it been playing football since 2015 or being a team since 2015?
Team since 2015.
So you started off playing, doing aerobics, right?
Yes.
And then when did you guys start being a soccer team? When did you guys say, instead of doing aerobics, let's now go into soccer? Ubani nje oqalile amongst the team ovele wathi, guys, instead of aerobics, let's play soccer. Ize ngobani idea yokuthi nidlali soccer instead of aerobics?
Idea ukuthi nje others just fell off, abekho the main people futhi abastatile abo Daisy Koniwe. And then from there we have been working on since 2014, I can say, Masisuga from the aerobics to soccer. And then it started from there. Then we started, no, ngoba there's soccer, especially mina, yabona.
Yeah.
I've been liking soccer since in Kola. Every Sundays, Buti, you go to the grounds in Yadlala. When it went good time, man, there's soccer. I decided to join.
Yes.
Abokoko, Guma aerobics. Then soccer came.
And
took
then
it from there.
That was where the spark just, it ignited from then. Let's go.
Let's go, guys. And I've been captaining it club since then until now.
Okay, so of course, you know what? Abogogo playing soccer is not something that we normally see because usually abogogo are knitting, bahlele stupini. And not to say, those are bad things. But yeah, how do your families react when you told them, Guti, yazin, I'm off to go play to soccer practice? Mina ngiyahamba ngiyodlala ibhola.
Guys, no. Isikhathi manje sokuthi senze lento esifunayo.
Yes.
Don't have to listen to your kids always ukuthi ngiyebholeni manje bakhulile abantwana ngithi kumele ngiyenze lento le efunwayo ejabulisa thina manje. It's time for us ukuthi si-enjoye i-life ke manje.
Wow.
That's why every morning, first thing cabanga gym, and then cleaning and everything comes after. Masobuyile ukuthi then I can start doing this. But in the morning, gym first, training first.
Right? Amazing. So you as the assistant coach, can you tell us a bit about your training routine? Is there maybe a secret warm-up move we should know about? Because I need to book I'm imizimba yabo, maybe I funny, with us youthful people. So yeah.
What I can say is these grannies are incredible, firstly. Whatever training drill I put on the field, excellent work. They know how to do their work. They never complain. They only complain when they see the cones. But in all, whatever training drill, excellent, powerful.
Amazing. So I know that obvious as the assistant coach and the coach, you guys don't roll alone. You have a whole team, a whole squad deep that you are rolling with behind me right here. I'm going to give the other members of the Dopsy Granny's Football Club to introduce themselves, Gangani, right here from behind me. So just hold on as I am about to, hand the mic over. Okay, no mic required for me to hand it over. They're about to start from this side, introducing themselves one by one. Ungaqala mama.
Ukukhansile lo ukhansile mthetho eDobsonville extension 3 uyi-coordinator ye-team.
Ukokuthabisile Janki from eMiddlelands kodwa ngidlalela eDobson thanda ibhola.
Okay. Just I hope guys, can you guys hear us there at home? We seem to be having a little bit of a technical difficulty trying to get some of the team members from the Dopsy Grannies Football Club to introduce themselves to you so you can also get to know them. But then let's take a little break so we can get that sorted and you can meet the whole squad.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketu Mguni
On the
Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various aspects from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Vooka and Fancy, we are here at the Rand Show. Now, if you would like to win 2 tickets for yourself and a loved one, be sure to tune into the Vooka Breakfast Show every weekday from Monday until Friday from the hours of 7 and 10 a.m.
Yes, and you can definitely catch the Rain Show from the 17th until the 21st of April. And if you do want to stand a chance, be sure to tune in from the 7th and the 11th because that's when we'll be choosing our winners. Don't forget to also share those hashtags. It's hashtag what? Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Rant Show 2025. Now for me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, the darker the berry, the sweeter than tuntun. Yung nandiman miyama, mam felpilekte kategid. And also me, TC Gashabalala Mazibugo, your time cut creative and your positivity dose of the day. Catch us live every Monday to Friday from 7 until 10 a.m. on the Vigor Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, Vooka Breakfast family. I hope you guys have been staying tuned right here with us and engaging on our social media platforms because we have a team, a fearless, fabulous team of footballers. Idopsy Granny's Football Club right here in studio with us, and they were trying to introduce themselves before we went out on an ad break. So without further ado, let me get them to introduce themselves one by one. Starting right over here. Mama, can you just introduce yourself a little bit to our viewers?
Umam Khanyisile Mthethwa lo odlalela iDopsy Greenies coordinator, hayi udlala unumber 7 lapha, unumber 6 lapha uyavimba lapha emuva. Umakhekhe ke lo uyababhaka umakhekhe, akudluli lutho lapho. Konke umuntu umfaka epanini.
Yes, I love it. And wena?
Mina ngumama uThapsile Junkie, ngihlala ezone 7 ngidlalela iGreenies nami. Hayi, ngiyalibamba bangibiza uBhashini. Mase ngiliphethe impela ngiye emapalini ngilele ngithemba. Ngiyabonga.
Yebo! I love the energy. Of course, you can tell ukuthi yazini la it's Guga Thandayo. Guga o Thandayo. Wena ma?
Igama lami nguKhanyisile Thabethe. I'm from Dobsonville Extension 3. I play for Dobsonville Grannies. My nickname is Polweni Legs of Thunder, and I play
number
11. Ngidlalela left wing, middle fielder. Hayi ngiyaliphusha.
Uyabonakala ukuthi ufile.
Thank you so much.
Next one.
Hi, mina nguNozipho Tsotetsi, ngidlalela iDobsonville Grannies. Hayi, stopper setlap. Akudluli lutho lapha emuva. Dlala ujezi number 2.
No, jersey number 2.
Mina ngumamPretty ngihlala eMidlands eMercy Park. Ngidlala ijezi number 3 ngumntali. Yamazi uma Gents. Makalibamba athi ma Gents uye lo.
Boo 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 boo. And wena ma?
Umama uNomvula Mkaleng uhlala eDobsonville Extension 2. Hayibo. Bathi bavule. Ngibavule. Bathi vala. Ngibavala. Hayi nyagijima. Ngithi hayibo. Kuthi lapho sesiwinile. Hayi sibashaya ngani? Happy hour. Sesishaya amadolo la.
Wena udlala ijezi number bani?
Ngidlala u7.
Yes. Lucky number 7. Wena ma?
Umambusisiwe Xaba bangazi kanjalo eDobsonville extension 3. Mina ukhipha weclub. Hayi, akudluli lutho. Mabangibize eklapini bathi uchipetseze. Stopper seclub. The reigning goalkeeper. Zange kungene lutho ngo2024.
Wow, lutho.
3 penalties when we won the top 8.
You won the top 8. Vimbe konke wena.
3 penalties. Zange zidlule.
Amazing stuff, guys. And these are Abogogo. How do you feel right there at home, knowing with Abogogo, ever since they started playing, there has been no goals that have been scored against them. Their goalkeeper, obviously, as you just heard, Uzi Vimba Zonke. And of course, lastly, on the team, there is
Umalindilo.
Yes.
Kubonu udlalela eDopsy Grannies. Chess number 5.
Yes.
Bathi uGeneral.
General.
Bathi u16V.
16V. Yeah, we just met all the team members right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I hope you guys, even if you see them maybe playing a match, you can just go maybe and support them when they're playing the match around here in Soweto. Maybe they can tell us when their next match is, and you guys can go ahead and watch them play. So I just want to know, what message do you have for Abogogo who are watching from home, who think that yazini isikhathi sami sesidlulile and all I can do is just sit at home and do what the other gogos do?
Mina into engatshela bogogo ukuthi nje please stand up. Yabo le ndaba okuhlala endlini uhlele esofeni uphethe remote. Cup of tea guys ayisasebenzi. Uyifase ngethawule, the worst part ukuyifasa ngethawule. Hayi please stop it. Come njengoba senizwe especially la eDobsonville la. We need more players.
So, Mama, because I know, Vele, with age comes a lot of, health issues, and staying active can make sure that these health issues stay at bay. So, you ladies are such an inspiration, by the way, just to say that to you guys. What do you think being active at your age teaches the youth about health and lifestyle?
Yazi mina, at my age, I'm thankful. I always say, "Nkulunkulu wami ngiyabonga." At my age, ngingangaze ngiyo-queue clinic.
Yes.
I've never been to queue clinic. Angina chronic, angina lutho. And my wish is, youth, siyayifuna youth. We want to start at least team encane ye-youth, but it's difficult. Ngoba abafuni kuzoza 2-3 from there banyamalele. We want to start at least babone kithi ukuthi lento le injani, imnandi, ingakukhipha well in your life and ikukhipha futhi out of lezinto ezenzakalayo.
Right. So Nina, how do you think, Gogo, in sports, yabo, for the youth right here in Soweto, that more people, what do you think sports can mean for the youth here in Soweto when it comes to preventing them from getting involved in things that are not going to, progress their quality of life?
Hey, sport can do a lot. Sport, noba kungasi soccer, any sport inga-protecta i-youth yethu. And especially now, into esifuna kakhulu ukuthi ugovernment wethu abe included ku-everything eyenzakalayo, because thina la e-South Africa, I can say, ugovernment wethu akekho active. Not at all. Thina khona manje siyazi sponsor. Njengoba siqhamuka le enkuwankuwa siyazi sponsor. And when you get there, utbona ukuthi other countries sponsor government wabo. Zambia, France, USA, bagcoke bamnandi. Bamnandi. They are all the same. Bagcoke ngokufana from Turkey what bakutshela kathina siyasponsiwa.
So you've played with teams that have been sponsored.
Yebo. And they're so good.
Wow.
They're so good.
Wow. So can you please give us a little bit, maybe one or two of the names of those teams that you've played with that have been sponsored?
USA. USA what? USA, ne France, ne Zambia. Those, yeah, they're sponsored.
Wow. And you guys have played against these teams. Guys, what an inspiration. They've already played with international teams. Our Gogo from Soweto, Dobsonville. Like Musi loves to say, this is Dobsanton. You know what? We have international standards right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Going over to the assistant coach. Ngifuna ukuzwa kuwe. Who's the Lionel Messi of the Dobsy Grannies? Who? Mkhiphe.
Okay. I have two. I have two of them. I will go with my middle fielder, Umalindi, and my number 11, Umake.
Oh, wow. Oh, Nkosiam, speaking of Lionel Messi, have you guys played overseas?
Not yet. We are planning to do so. As long we're gonna get the support that we need as a team and as a country. Obviously, that's our prayer that one day, before God can remember any of us, we should just be that side.
Oh wow, beautiful sentiment, man. I really, Nami Nyafisa, I wish that you guys could actually take this internationally. As you've said, that international teams have opted to play with you guys. So, wena ke futhi, ubani oke wathola i-yellow card la? Odlisa team, ofuna ukudlisa team, mkhiphe.
Unfortunately, we don't have.
Tell the
I'm telling
truth.
you the truth. The way they are so, what can I say? They are committed in a way, Uguti. You can even think they qualify to play Gukef. That's how great they are. And it's also amazing to work with them because I just don't have that thing of saying, as a coach, pilapaya. But instead, I'm like, wow, when I go there, I'm setting a drill, they are ready. Game time, they're ready to listen, they're switched on, everything is perfect.
So I see, Guti, you're actually younger than everybody else. Actually, you're very young. So what made you want to work with these group of old ladies?
The love of football. Me, myself, I started as a player. Going down the line, I was like, no, let me just go into coaching. And then I started with them at a very young age. I think I was 16. Today I'm 25. Running the race with the grannies, incredible.
Sure. Okay, so you opted to okay, was it their dedication over anything else that made you want to work with them? So their dedication as compared to like a younger team.
Yeah. Young teams, they give headache. One thing for sure.
Yes.
But the grannies, they never disappoint. Noma kuyaholwa, you find them there. Anye kuthola bathi hayi umakhe uyohola. No. She's there. Uzobona umholo after, which is incredible. Young team uzokutshela ukuthi mina I can come. I'm having an exam, which is something understandable.
Yes, true.
But with them, because they are there, every time they are up and going, so it's just like wake up and go there. Give them something.
Vooka uzenzele. That is the spirit. I am going to try and go over to our comments on our YouTube page. Okay, Spin City. Okay, now this was obviously in light of our topical discussion of the headline. So I will come back to that comment, but right now, Hector Tagalani says, "Viva abo mama way too," and Viva right over there, and then Zinzi Elizabeth team Bati Gugo Tandayo. Shout out to Dobsy Grannies Football Club. I see our viewers out there giving you guys some love, and I love it for you, man. You are giving that energy. So Hector Takalani comes back yet again and says, they sound youngish. Are you sure they are grannies? Game on to them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for you guys coming to join us in studio today. You definitely brought the energy, which is what we are about here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. On the Vooka Breakfast Show, it's energetic and vibrant moments, or streaming live from the heart of Johannesburg, which is Soweto. Any last thoughts from you guys as a team, Coco? Last thoughts. Word of the DJ. To the young
Our wish now good is to go forward, and my wish right now good as time goes on, because Tina, we are just aging yabo manje. Laba sesisebenzela laba abangasemva kwami yabona ukuthi iminyaka mayiya, then they can at least bathole something after a game or international tournament. Kube something abayithola phela thina siphevela bona.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to get involved with EWC Grannies Football Club, perhaps like you're saying, to sponsor or to get involved in maybe the players or anything, Nje, where can they reach out? I'm gonna speak to you as the assistant coach. I need to wait. You're the young one. Social media. You should be handling the social media for this team. So where can they find you guys, and how can they go about getting involved with the team?
Oh, okay. As the assistant coach, we have our own website page on Facebook, which is Dopsy Grannies FC. On Facebook, also on TikTok, Dopsy Grannies FC. And then I'm gonna just send you real quickly to our media director, who will give you more information about that.
Who is the media director over here? Okay, so yes, tell us more about where they can find you guys, and obviously if they want to get involved with the team and what kind of help the team needs.
Thank you for that question. We've got our web page. It's at Dobsonville Grannies, actually on Facebook. Then you can find all the details there, and you can find which games we play as we've been at Nkowa. Actually, more than anything, we need sponsors, guys, as we went to Nkowa, and we
You paid out of pocket.
From our pockets, and Abokoko, the
pensioners.
Yeah, are pensioners, most of them. Unfortunately, I'm not a pensioner at the moment. But we really need our sponsors. Also, our ground where we are playing at Dobsonville, it's not Ayoba. If we can also get those ground to be fixed, we'll be very excited.
Okay, you heard it right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We are always supporting communities, and obviously we are interested in improving anybody who wants help when it comes to, furthering their craft. So now, anybody who wants to help the Dopsy Grannies Football Club, you know where to go, as you heard from their marketing exec. So right here, that is all from our sports blog corner, because tomorrow we will be broadcasting live from the Rand Show, and you have been here with us streaming from from Dobsonville with the Dopsy Grannies Football Club. As we're about to take a show, we'll come back.
Vooka, Mzansi, we are here at the Rand Show. Now, if you would like to win 2 tickets for yourself and a loved one, be sure to tune into the Vooka Breakfast Show every weekday from Monday until Friday from the hours of 7 and 10 a.m. Yes, and you can definitely catch the Rain Show from the 17th until the 21st of April. And if you do want to stand a chance, be sure to tune in from the 7th and the 11th, because that's when we'll be choosing our winners.
Don't forget to also share those hashtags. It's hashtag what? Hashtag Vooga Breakfast Show, hashtag Rant Show 2025. Now for me, Afri Berry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, the darker the berry, the sweeter than tuntun. Imnandi mamnyama, mam felpilek katekid. And also me, TC Gashabalala Mazibugo, your prime cut creative and your positivity dose of the day. Catch us live every Monday to Friday from 7 until 10 a.m. on the Vigor Breakfast Show.
Hey, welcome back, guys. I hope you're still feeling fantastic, and I hope that you guys are still feeling good. We were out there, no TC Mdaga Shawala, chilling with the Dobsonville grannies. Halftime, pincham, halftime, chile, ule popo popo, funu connects. But you know what? I hope that everything is feeling fantastic, and I do hope that the Dobsonville grannies, by actually coming out here and also showing their craft, that they will hopefully get sponsors for the amazing work they do, sponsor going out there, showing that grannies can also play soccer. Guys, and please make sure that you also head over to the Facebook page and also find out information how you can sponsor them and help them grow their craft and possibly also help them make their pitch become a better one, guys. And I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. But right now, we are heading over to an interview with our audiologist. So we are going to learn more about audiology and how to have a proper and a better listening ear, guys. So I hope you guys are ready right now. So I just want to see if the technical team has our audiologist expert on the line. So guys, once again, I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. Good morning, Ms. Gavenda. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well,
Hello?
thanks. How are you? Sorry, I'm not sure if you spoke to me yet.
Hello.
Hi there. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
I'm so glad.
Yes, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing this?
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on this morning.
Oh, it's only a pleasure. Hey, it's only a pleasure. Welcome to the Vooga Breakfast Show, and I hope that you're feeling fantastic, and I hope that you're also feeling okay. There's a bit of feedback there. Yeah, so I hope you're feeling fantastic. And welcome to the Vooga Breakfast Show, ma'am. So would you kindly mind us taking us through who you are, a bit of intro so people get to know who exactly we're talking to?
Sure. My name is Liska Govender. I am an audiologist. I've been an audiologist for the past few years. I currently work for Here Care Plus, and I'm in the Potchefstroom branch.
Oh, you work in the Potchefstroom branch. I say you're working in the Potchefstroom branch, ma'am.
I am.
That's very
But I work with an
fantastic.
excellent
I hear
team.
that you're doing audiology. So would you mind taking us through what exactly is audiology?
Sure. Audiology is a field that is often not recognized for how broad it actually is. So it's not just about hearing aids. There are so many specialties within audiology, from assessing balance disorders to helping with auditory processing disorders. It's about helping people to continue to live their lives to the fullest, even when hearing loss or other challenges are part of the picture. So my introduction into audiology, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Well, that's beautiful.
Hello.
Hey, sorry about that. So would you mind telling me what exactly inspired you to go into audiology itself? Because we think that in the medical field, there's like a whole lot of different expert fields that people could study, but then the one of hearing, why study audiology?
I feel like what really called me into audiology specifically. Now, growing up, I've had an interest in healthcare. I love working with people, but I always had a deep interest in technology as well. So this field of audiology, particularly the area of rehabilitation, is what caught my interest. Growing up in South Africa, I saw how important rehabilitation is for people who can't always benefit from surgery or from medical treatments. Now, audiology is the field that can assist with that. It goes beyond what surgical treatment is able to do or medicinal treatment is able to do. And we look at how we can improve quality of life beyond those avenues.
Oh, so basically, the study of audiology or the study that you're currently doing, it's prevention before the cure.
We aim to prevent, and then we look beyond what cannot be cured. We look at how to rehabilitate and still look at how we can have the best life possible despite the challenges that we face. And I feel like that concept itself is what allows me to have a deep appreciation for my field.
Oh, no, that's very beautiful news. Do you have a question there, TC?
Yes, because in today's fast-paced world, the youth are constantly plugged in, whether it's listening to music through their headphones, attending loud parties, or engaging in various recreational activities that involve high decibel levels. And obviously, in your field of audiology, you deal with hearing loss. So young people today are often seen with headphones on, listening to music at high volumes. So, from an audiologist's perspective, what are the potential risks associated with this habit?
So, listening to music at high volumes through headphones or earphones is very common, especially amongst young people. However, from an audiologist perspective, the main risk is noise induced hearing loss. So, the ear has delicate structures, particularly the tiny hair cells in the inner ear, and these can be damaged when exposed to loud sounds for long periods of time. The issue with headphones is that it actually delivers the sound directly into the ear canal. And when the volume is too high, it can cause irreversible damage. So the longer and the louder you listen, the higher the risk of permanent hearing loss, which unfortunately cannot be fixed or reversed.
Miss Govender, I just have two questions. First one, can an audiologist sign, like sign languages?
We definitely have modules that we do in campus where we are taught how to communicate with sign language users. I would say that there is definitely a lack in that field. I believe that sign language should actually be taught across as part of the school curriculum, because now with it being the 11th, if I'm not mistaken, the 11th official language in South Africa, we should actually be recognizing it and incorporating it so that we can communicate better with the deaf community. And I think that is very undervalued and definitely deserves more recognition.
Well, that's like some pretty amazing news, hey? That's pretty amazing. So, can you also explain how noise-induced hearing occurs and why is it a growing concern around the youth?
So, noise induced hearing loss happens when the hair cells of the inner ear get damaged by loud sounds. These cells are responsible for transmitting sound signals to the brain, but they don't regenerate. So, once they are damaged, it's permanent. The concern with young people is that many are exposed to high volumes for long periods of time, either through their headphones or their earbuds. Now, because hearing loss can develop gradually, it's often unnoticed at first. So that becomes a growing concern because this can affect their quality of life long term. So early exposure to loud music, especially at high volumes, puts them at a greater risk for experiencing hearing difficulties later in life. And, there is an increase in the use of headphones and earbuds, and that is causing this to happen more and more often. And we're finding it quite common in our field of work.
Well, so that actually goes to show that it's a good thing I don't have any earpods or earphones right now. Thank God for me. So, can you also explain are there like any specific warning signs that a person could look out for when it comes to indicating that there is a possible hearing loss that they may have?
Yes, so there are a few warning signs to watch out for. One of the most common signs is a feeling of muffled hearing or a sense that sounds are not as clear as they once were. And this can happen especially after listening to loud music. Another red flag is a ringing or a buzzing sound in your ears, which is called tinnitus. Now, this can be a temporary sensation, but if it persists or it happens often, it's a sign that your ears are being overexposed to loud sounds. Now, if you find yourself turning up the volume just to drown out background noise, maybe when you're listening to music or in your car or on a call, it's also an indication that you might be damaging your hearing. So, if you notice any of these symptoms, it's important to take a break from loud music and ideally to get your hearing checked by an audiologist.
Okay, so based on that loud ring that you talked about, I for one actually kind of have that every once in a while. Just like sometimes it's like a very silent but like a very high pitched buzz. So is that like a possible sign of a hearing loss? Because I don't even listen to loud music anymore because I don't have headsets or earphones. But it's something that has always been going on from like early childhood, even right now.
I would say that if it's because you're saying it's persistent, it's a good idea just to go get your hearing screened so that you know what your hearing status is. And then from there, they can look into whether it's just an annual screening that needs to happen or whether we need to look at any sort of support for your hearing. But with tinnitus, it's a very, I want to say it's a very limited field at the moment that's currently always under research because the damage is happening in the inner ear, there's no surgical intervention that can be done. So we're trying to find ways to sort of retrain the brain to ignore the sound of tinnitus. And one of the methods that we found is most effective so far is through the use of hearing aids for those who are candidates for hearing aids. We find that once they wear the hearing aids, with the hearing aids assisting the ear to recognize the sound, it does actually reduce how aware you are of that tinnitus.
Sheesh.
Yeah, thank you so much. You have been sharing some very insightful information on, the field of audiology and, of course, hearing loss. So, what are some of the effective ways one can use to protect their hearing, and while still enjoying things like music and social activities?
There are definitely ways to protect your hearing while enjoying music and social activities. So, the most effective way that I find is easy to do to manage the volume and the exposure time is the 60-60 rule. And that I think is a great guideline. So, listening at no more than 60% of the maximum volume for no longer than 60 minutes at a time. So if you're at a concert or a social event with loud music, taking a regular break away from the noise or wearing earplugs that are specifically designed for music lovers can actually protect your ears without losing out on the experience.
Oh,
That's a wonderful one. That's actually great advice because we're about to be streaming live from the Rand show this week, starting tomorrow. So, there will be a music, a live entertainment right there. So, if you're joining us on the Rand show, you can take that advice from Lishka Govanda on, protecting your hearing so that you don't also suffer or start to get symptoms of hearing loss. So, Lishka, can you also share some tips on proper ear care that everyone, especially the youth, should follow?
Absolutely. So, first and foremost, I would say avoiding inserting objects like cotton buds into your ears is a really good idea because this can actually damage the delicate structures inside the ear canal. So, cleaning your ears gently with a damp cloth on the outside is the safest option. Another tip is to avoid prolonged exposure to loud sounds. This is something we did discuss earlier, but it's important to be mindful of the volume on your headphones or in loud environments. If you experience any pain or discomfort or ringing in your ears after exposure to loud noise, then giving your ears a break and allowing them to recover will actually make a difference. Giving your ears a chance to rest from loud music or loud environments can make a big difference in long term hearing health.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was actually, yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm getting I'm getting all the information I need because I know I'm gonna be by the live entertainment stage. So I just want to know how often should we be doing checkups on our ears?
So, young people, especially those regularly exposed to loud music, should have their hearing checked every couple of years, so every 3 to 5 years. If you start noticing signs like difficulty understanding speech or ringing in the ears, or even needing to turn up the volume on your devices, it's a good idea to get checked sooner. The early intervention can actually help preserve your hearing long term. For anyone older than around 50 to 55, we would actually recommend yearly hearing tests, especially if they're noticing similar symptoms. And then we're able to keep track because, of course, prevention is better than cure.
Hey, that's like some pretty interesting news. Hey, we're learning a whole lot. So, do you also mind explaining that besides nose exposure, how does stress also contribute towards hearing loss and other auditory issues?
So it's a little known fact, and I actually find this very interesting myself. But stress actually has a very significant impact on our hearing and overall auditory health. When we are stressed, our body goes into a fight or flight mode, releasing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Now, this can reduce blood flow to the inner ear, which is very sensitive and it relies on a steady supply of oxygen rich blood. In some cases, this can lead to a sudden hearing loss, tinnitus, which is the ringing in the ears, or a sensation of fullness in the ear. Chronic stress can also make existing hearing issues feel worse. So, especially like tinnitus, when someone is anxious or overwhelmed, they might find that their tinnitus is actually louder or worse.
Yeah, that's true. As somebody who suffers from anxiety, I can attest that that is quite true.
You know, TC, when it comes to those whole tinnitus part, I used to think like I had a dog's ear and I could hear everything from a long distance. Because I could hear that, so I'm like, nah, I have that super hearing. Yes.
Yeah, you thought you had a superpower.
I thought I had a superpower of like.
Actually had a problem.
Because for me, I thought I had a superpower because I could hear anything from like a mile. I was like, yo, I got the dog ears. Only to find out that I actually have a problem. So, could you also provide us with some insight on how stress management can play a role in our auditory health?
Managing stress isn't just good for your mental and physical health, it can also support better hearing. So, practices like regular exercise, mindfulness, meditation, and even getting enough sleep can reduce the harmful effects of stress on your body. That includes your auditory system. So,
What
when
I
you're
want to,
calm,
sorry.
oh, yes, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were finished. I couldn't hear. There's a little bit of a delay on our side sound here.
No problem.
So what I wanted to know, because you mentioned, mindfulness being one of the ways of handling stress, of course. So one of the practices that I've taken part on is sound therapy. So they play sound at a certain frequency. So now, is that good for my health or not? Or is that good for my ear health, my auditory health or not? Sound therapy, because they play, sounds at certain frequencies.
I would say that in this case, the 60-60 rule also applies. So 60% of volume when you are listening and not for more than 60 minutes, because everything within moderation is kind of the rule that we follow in life. Everything can be done, but not everything can be done. Let me rephrase that. But when you are doing something to either meditate or be mindful, then you're going to do it in small doses as well, so that it is effective. Because if you had to do it for the entire day, maybe your body would find that as a routine instead of a step away from the stress, and you might find yourself associating what you're doing with a stressful situation anyway. So doing it maybe at the beginning of your day or the end of your day, or if you have to step away during lunch or something, I think those are good ideas.
Yeah, that's like very good advice. Hey, TC, we are in school, Baba. We need to take notes so that we can hear, especially for us as presenters. We need our ears so we can listen properly. So, as much as we live in a pretty realistic world, there are still some very mystical or mythological things that are out there. So, what are the most common myths about hearing loss that you would like to debunk?
So there's actually quite a few, but one of the biggest myths is that hearing loss only affects older people. Now, that is definitely not true. More and more young people are experiencing hearing issues due to noise exposure from headphones, concerts, or even gaming. Another common myth is that if you had a hearing loss, you'd definitely know it. But the truth is, it often happens gradually. People may start missing parts of conversations or feeling like others are just mumbling. And finally, one of the last myths that I think is so common nowadays is that hearing aids are bulky or they're only for people with severe hearing loss. Thankfully, today's technology is discreet, it's smart, and it is designed to fit your lifestyle. So hearing care has actually come such a long way, and it is absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah, that's like some pretty okay. So, TC, when are we applying for a hearing loss, Maningi? When are you getting your hearing aids?
Yeah, I think mine has to be now. I think. I got a question before wrap up. Before we wrap up, what final piece of advice would you give to our young listeners about about protecting their hearing health?
My biggest piece of advice would be don't wait for a problem to occur before you start caring about your hearing. Protect your ears early, keep the volume at safe levels, take listening breaks, and get your hearing checked regularly, especially if you are often in loud environments. Hearing plays such a big role in how we connect with the world, and the small habits now can make a big difference later on.
So, where can our audience find more information about hearing health and the services offered by Hear Care?
So for more insight on hearing health and to learn more about the services provided by HearCare Plus, listeners can visit our website at www.hearcareplus.co.za. You'll find some helpful resources. You can book your appointments online, and you can get expert advice on keeping your hearing in great shape, whether it's for yourself or for a loved one.
Yes, because I can see that right on your website, we can take a free hearing test.
You absolutely can. So
Okay,
that's
I don't know
sorry.
if this is something we
Yes.
can do now live on our show. Um, Okay. I just thought we could do a quick hearing test. But I see the producers are telling me that maybe we are strapped for time. But yeah, I for one found your information and this interview quite insightful and meaningful as somebody who does engage, in social activities that do, involve a lot of loudness, loud noises and auditory stimulation. Like I said, with sound baths and sound therapy being something that we do partake in for something I call Sacred Sunday sessions. So, Afriberry, back to you.
Thank you very much, Lishka, for the amazing interview and the amazing education.
Yeah, there you go.
I see what
An
you
ear
did there.
pan.
Thanks for the amazing ear education. It's been a very ear opening experience.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me. It has been such a pleasure, and I really appreciate the chance to share more about hearing health. I hope it inspires not just you, but some of your listeners to take those small steps now to protect their hearing because really it is something worth looking after.
Yes, thank you very much. We hope that you also have an amazing day ahead. Thank you for giving us the time and opportunity to also learn more about hearing and obviously how to what else to watch out for in terms of our hearing loss or possible hearing loss. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, guys. So right now we're chilling out here with Lishka Governor, who's an ear expert or and better known as an audiologist, who is giving us advice and information on what to know when it comes to your hearing and how to actually properly take care of your ear health. But right now we're gonna take a little short break, and then after that we'll be here with Kiriboni Mulawudzi, who's our second comedian for the day. We hope you guys are also ready for the jam-packed interview. Coming back.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maiman.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you're still gonna enjoy chilling with us, Konala, Kuvuga Breakfast Show. And yes, now it's about time for our another comedian, our very interesting comedian, the well-known Kiduponi Mulawudzi. How are you? He's already online though. Oh, so Mr. Kidiboni Malauds is not yet online. Do you have any comments on YouTube that we can actually go through right now? Let's see if
I
ever.
want to go back to that comment I think Spin City made about.
Oh, let me read it, ne? So Spin City's comment says, when you take light away from the congratulatory moment, it diminishes the wonderful things about SA. This fosters a culture of Vuga Uzenzele.
Remember, that's what I was saying. Uguti, perhaps he was just trying to do, feel good vibes and, encouraging us to come together and unite, which is obviously the catalyst power that will propel movements like Justice for Twitter forward.
Yeah, the thing is that we're not saying it's not a good thing, but we are also pointing out the fact that when it comes to much more serious things that have to concern the nation, he does not have time for that.
He's not speaking
He's
out.
not
He's
speaking out
bringing
about that.
awareness
He's
and
not
giving
bringing out
visibility
awareness.
to that.
Yes, as much as we have amazing moments in South Africa, a whole lot more that we can celebrate. What the boys did is an amazing achievement, and for them because they also took the time to personally challenge themselves and also embark on their journey. Which is a one, yes, they broke boundaries going from Limpopo to Cape Town in a bicycle. Number two, first of all, they don't even you can't even carry a luggage, but they did that against all odds. Number three, they finally reached their goal. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful moment, but unfortunately, it also does not shy away from the hurtful things that are happening in our country.
True. And nobody said that. Nobody did say that. But I do get your point. Obviously, both quite valid points. And thank you, Spin City, for that, putting into clarity probably the stance or perspective I was trying to give in my point. Yeah, so as we are still waiting for Ukiriboni Mulaudzi to join us on the show, everybody, this week, what funny thing has happened to you this whole week? Up until now, what's that one thing that you can say gave you like serious, you loved seriously from the bottom of your tummy, you loved?
Is the fact that I'm starting to love pink. I don't understand what's going on.
That made you love, like,
Because you know why? Growing up, I was never a fan of pink. Oh my gosh, pink. Pinky ing.
So that makes you laugh.
It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because growing up, I never liked pink. I've
Yeah,
never.
but also like pink. I also remember because when they used to buy my sister and I, who is lighter, she just looked like me, but lighter in complexion. They used to buy all the pink stuff and any other color for me. So because she was light in complexion, they used to
It's purple. Yes, but it's a different
Purple or
story.
purple?
I'm black. Yeah.
I'm just
There's no
the
master
comedian.
pronunciation. Yeah.
You know, but
Hey,
he stay trying to, you know, he's comedic relief. Funa ukuthi stay.
I'm just whimsical.
Maningi, you must let me be, ne? So as I was saying, yeah, nna ke gotse ke rata purple.
Hey, that's what I'm looking for. Purple, not purple.
There's no master pronunciation. It's
Sorry,
purple.
African, sorry.
Man,
Why
you
don't
know,
you?
preparing
No, why
because
don't you
you
direct
didn't-
that over here? Why don't you direct that over here? You're directing.
Did you
it
say
there.
purple?
I say purple.
Shusho lang azange
no, vele abalungu basho kanjalo, bathi purple, they say purple.
Okay, I'm preparing you guys for Kidiboni here.
Emaganyane, ne, okay, maningi, nna ke gotse ke rata purple.
Hey, a purple, not purple.
Oh, why don't you correct me when I say purple?
It's like you're saying murder instead of saying murder. It's murder, not murder.
Murder. Maningi yazin. I can see where because Kiriboni is like delaying joining us on the show. You are taking over the comedic role here for
All I
Comedy
have to say,
Wednesdays.
Tis, is that after Vooka breakfast shows,
After school
Vooka
is
breakfast
you
show.
know what? Every berry
So
will
Puma, la him now a Teletubby. Yeah, inty winty.
Nothing much. I'm just being whimsical. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Whimsical is what we're about here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We're keeping it whimsical. We're keeping it energetic, vibrant, just for you. We are still trying to get Kiriboni Mulauti online, but you know, he's not. He's okay. Sorry.
My
Okay,
bad,
so he
my bad.
is online. We're just trying. Technical is just trying to feed the stream through so that you guys can get to see him and that we can also get to engage with him and he can share. You know,
Nabo inty winty batati break. Did you investigate in Teletubby? Teletubby.
Apparently, that was a mission you guys had with each other.
I'm not interested in Teletubby, man.
Okay, Poe.
Everybody, no man, behave.
To those who know Teletubby, and
TC, whether you
Teletubby,
can't
guys,
say
please do maybe
anything.
there screenshot and send it to the
TC,
comment
whether you
section.
can't say anything, but to mention my cat.
Who said I match with the curtain?
Didn't you see the comment on
No,
YouTube?
I did not. Who said this? Who said this?
There's
So I can fetch
let me
them?
try to find this comment. There's a comment on YouTube. That's Umechana my cat
Yellow
in
curtain.
TC.
Yellow curtain.
Oh, okay, with the yellow. Okay, I see. Ah,
Yellow
man.
curtain.
It was probably Hector because he's always the one with.
It's not even Hector. There's
funny,
somebody.
weird-
Oh, it's Spin City.
Oh,
I love how you are one with the cat.
I see. You know, at Comedy Wednesdays, it brings out the comedy in everyone, it seems. And here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, I see everyone on Wednesdays just becoming, you know, tuning into their funny bone. And I love it for us, guys.
Yeah,
I love it for us.
Yeah, right. All right. We're here for comedy. It's Comedy Wednesday, Baba. Yeah.
Bringing the energy.
I
man.
love how you match with the kids and
I
all
don't-
that. So. How are you, sunshine? Ngathi yakhumbula Teletubbies mawukuvekelang babathi, "Hi, sun."
Afriberry seems, Maningi seems to be very like perturbed by like Afriberry's sudden
Seems to be what?
obsession. Perturbed.
Guys, let's use English for communication. Let's use English for communication.
But I am
Not for
communicating.
flexing.
I'm not flexing. It's a word that came to
Yeah,
my
no,
mind.
TC, we told you must use simple English, but we didn't read the dictionary growing up.
Perturbed.
Yabona inkinga ukuthi wena TC wena mawukhula you studied the dictionary in and out.
Let's use English for communication, not for flexing.
But it is for communication.
Nah.
What am I doing, Maningi?
What's
So you don't
perturb?
understand me. Perturbed.
I feel so perturbed today. It sounded like a serious word. So
It is. It means you're taken aback, like you're shook. Yeah.
Mara la ipona re le bjang today go ra le ipone le matches le di Teletubby lona.
It could be. It could be.
Which one is that one? Super Ranger.
Are you body shaming? Are you body shaming, Maningi?
Ang body shame ukuthi yabona la fresh ngathi sinko sesasco masiphume oven.
Oh wow. Live on the show. guys.
Live on Vooka Breakfast Show.
Vooka Breakfast Show, always with these unexpected moments between our
Yeah.
presenters. And
No,
like,
man, it's a funny Wednesday, right?
It is. You're supposed to have fun. Mina nyang ding kwarang na inwele ve.
Banele the other day had said that he was going to tell you, because I think we were looking at a picture of you, and I'm like, look at Ikandalga Afribear Peanut, because in that picture, like literally, it was. Yabona, it was.
I know at the back it feels like a bolt. I'm a hit it like a nutmeg. That thing,
You had to die then at sizwile defe what?
Eli.
Umto the time la.
Oh
We went to Northcliffe High, we went to Sugar and Dam. You know what is a trip?
Are we like a Bosco King? Is sponsor again? Sponsor again Bokum?
No, it's Bosco Primary.
Bosco.
Yes, it's there in Honeydew.
Why do they call it honeydew when it lacks the dew?
No, but they in honeydew. You know,
Wow. It's a wow.
So you know what, guys? Sorry if we just keep on doing random jokes right now. We're still unfortunately waiting for Mr. Mulawuzi to get his visuals. But according to my auditory ear, I can hear him talking, but we're just waiting on the visuals of it. And like, it seems like Mr. Is he there? Is he there?
Okay.
Ooh. Barman Vomolauzi. You have time, Joe.
Oh, it's not
time. It's chai, but
it's chai.
Out of that,
they say.
I said I didn't say Ndavo Molauzi. Hey, let cheese score by face. I can't see Indo. Ile cheese score, but I can't see Indo. Tamanje, but ladies say We're doing fantastic, and you.
Ye Mulawuzi ni kormini zwino. Ni ko hambisana zwino.
Lo no maka svenda sa go tsotsoga ka di fortnight. Seen expiry date.
We thought he's an original, can't he?
Hey, so original. Oh, so like the taken lives as comic.
Ni ko hamba tsivenda ne.
Dawa deba wena.
Ko dibo hamba tsivenda ni ko hambisana.
Wena maka no jola le bo tshufiwa mo re so tsebo go hamba tsivenda mo.
Because apparently Chivenda can be sexually transmitted as well. So you can tell his is from Chipiwa. After a few rounds,
We've just arrived.
He has arrived officially. That was a great intro into the show. Of course, you guys are watching us go into an interview right now with Ukidibori Mulawuzi, our comedian for Comedy Wednesdays, ending the show on a high, of course, because we want to leave you on a high note. Afriberry, you can lead into the interview.
I can lead into the interviews because that's when I get staring sa stromesi.
Yes. Staring.
Barin Mulawuzi. Ona kakata ger.
No, nakakat. It's
Hey,
okay.
it's unkopuza KK go muvango na kwela la tlhegile ka teng. Remember there was a time when
It's Muvango.
Yeah, Muvango. I get to
What Muvango? What is Va thing? Because it's Vooka is Va. Muvango. Say Va. Muvango. Vatu.
Vatu. Rene Vatu.
Mubango.
You know what's funny as a comedian? Like every time you step on stage, like when you start doing jokes, Ngachi Venda, people look for subtitles. I'm like, oh, what guys? You want subtitles in a live comedy show as well? Oh, what?
Bella, I get the problem is that we don't understand, so we just like trying to read in between the lines and see. And it's even worse when you actually don't have a vendor friends, ne? And you're sitting there, no arini.
Or like if you don't have a chipiwa, you can always borrow a chipiwa from your colleague there.
Come on, Mr. Mlauta, just arrived, Baba.
Shipiwa is a gift. So that was your gift from us, the Venda Nation. Like, ala.
Yeah, now understandable.
I think I'll just ask the proper KK that we have at the back. Ah, lo mjito ufake phela uhlala afake i-chap nose ne-skinny jean.
And the shiny shoes.
Yeah, and guess what? Ndimvenda.
Ndimvenda washo.
Hey, libizo la gare ke Richards.
What does
Listen.
Richards mean?
What does Richards mean anyway?
Save us. It's like Richize. As in it's like a prayer to God to say, save us, we're kids. Richize. That's what it means.
No, God needs to save us from his fashion sense first. So would you
Ouch.
yeah, we need a save from that. So would you kindly give us a quick recap of who Kidiboni Malaudze is?
That's not really a recap, you know. I'm a comedian. I'm a free spirit. You know, I was thinking when you guys were talking about the Teletubbies. So I produced the Soweto Comedy Festival and the Soweto International Comedy Festival. So I once had a comedian from the UK. He's like, I'm like, okay, sharp. Have you done any major comedy festivals? He was like, no, but I've been on TV before. I'm like, which show? He's like, the Teletubbies. I'm like, what do you mean the Teletubbies? He's like, I'm that guy in the red suit. I'm like, that was so funny. No, not him. I'm talking about the red Teletubby.
No, I understand. Kuleg. It's Comedy Wednesday.
No, he still doesn't even know what a Teletubby is. By 2000 inkinga maningi.
Nah, man, I'm not that interested in knowing. I'll know when the time is right, you know.
Okay, Paul.
Either that or you just don't have DSTV. You know, it's a bit different.
No, I do have. I can show you I got DSTV stream.
Stream also stream agadi Fortnite, papa. Stream agadi Fortnite. It doesn't work.
What was that cartoon on SABC2? The one that says hi, bye bye, high five.
Dab.
Yeah, all he knows is dab.
Bye.
Going back to the interview, I just want to know one thing. The most important quality that a comedian should have.
Before I answer that, do you wear that sweater on Valentine's Day?
Mr. Mulaudzi.
Okay, I'm sure.
He wants to feel all the love.
Yeah.
Okay, so ask again. Before I even answer. No, I'm not gonna roast you. I'm gonna talk about Venda.
Yeah.
Venda's very neat, it's very clean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like compared to Joburg is very dirty. Like, you know, if you go to North 3 taxi rank, like there's like 3 layers of dirt. You know what I'm saying? Well, like when they clean, there's like 2 layers left. They clean again, there's like 1 layer. They clean again, there's like 0. After an hour, because we throw papers out the window, is dirty. My vendor's clean. Like all over Joburg, all you see is flyers on danger boxes, like pamphlets on danger boxes. Like those are penis enlargement this, penis enlargement that. In Venda, not even one penis enlargement flyer, bro. Not even one.
Natural resources. It's a natural resource.
Okay, you can ask your question.
Yeah. I was asking. Come on, Mr. Mulaud. I was asking a question. What's the most important quality that a comedian should have?
You need to be funny, and you need to be able to make jokes, like, you know, on the spot. You know what I mean? You need to be able to see what's going on here and like pa. You know what I'm saying? You need you need to be fun, because when you step on stage, people don't care. They paid for you to make them laugh. You have to make them laugh, like from the spot. You know, you need to have a sense of humor, and you need to be good with people, and you need to be quick. Like, you need to be a fast thinker. Like, you know, when you step on, Jay, you need to know, okay, what can I say about the cheese cup lady? You know what I mean? What can I say about, you know what I mean? You need to know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you even pay for that cheese? Do you pay when you go to the hair salon or back by half price?
No, I cut my own hair actually. I bought a shaver. So I cut my own hair.
In this serious economy, we have to learn how to do things ourselves. Yeah.
Yes, I am
monetizing.
Yahlala. Futhi ngifolile, it's my 2 little brothers, my son, Qala ngabo. And then followed by me.
Yeah.
How do you cut the hair at the back though?
I
Like, if
stretch
you
my
do-
I stretch my hand.
and then you just go. But do you not ever miss a spot though?
No, I know where my hair is, so I sense.
Hey, nithi sahamba nje. Hey,
You got you
guys
need to
talking about?
as a person you study your own head, bruh. It's almost like labo time abamdala laba kunda ngerazor. Already uyazi ukuthi mangabamba la. This is how my head feels with hair. This is how it feels without hair.
I
So
know
that's
you
why
guys are talking
normally
about head, but the way you're talking about it is like
Yeah, like
yay,
you know, like yo.
yay.
I said hey. Okay, moving on anyway. It's okay.
Which hair?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
hair?
How kundi brush this weekend kanti yini?
So moving on when Mr. Mulawuti, would you say Guti a comedian is it the best quality to have for a comedian Guti to read the room?
Yeah, you have to read the room, or else you're gonna miss your show. You're gonna be on stage for 5 minutes and not be funny. You have to know what's going. Like you can go on stage with like a 5 minute, which is joke number 1. I'm gonna talk about Vanda being clean. Joke number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
but now,
yeah.
if you get there, you read the room, you can feel that this joke's not gonna land. You need to change your set. You need to do other 5 jokes that are gonna land, because now hey, it's not nice. Like with comedians, you can tell that a comedian didn't read the room when he says things like, or when she says things like, yeah, it's crazy, man, it's crazy. There's no crazy here. Tell us jokes, be funny,
Yeah.
So now you have to read the room.
Yeah.
all
Have you
the time.
ever had a moment whereby you said a joke and the crowd didn't laugh at all?
Oh, yeah.
And how was that moment?
It's painful because as a comedian, we very it bruises your ego. Now you're like, oh snap, I wasn't funny. Then you immediately leave. There's no comedian that dies on stage and hangs around. You go home because you're in pain. You go home, you sleep. The moment you wake up the next day, you remember. I remember I was doing a charity fundraising gig for, I think, for Hansi Cronje or one of the cricketers. I forgot who it was. So now I get there, I'm the comic relief, There's an MC, obviously, there's like other speakers. So now when speakers go on stage, abantu bayakhala, they cry, bakulira about,
Yeah.
and then they play the videos of the cricketer playing cricket. People start crying, bawling out, And then on that moment, the MC says, yeah, let's have a comedian. I'm like, hey, man, what am I going to do here? Nothing. I tried all the jokes, nothing. No one laughed, because I didn't read the room, because I think whatever I was going to do wasn't going to land, because now people are crying, So yeah, you got to read the room all the time. Just like you guys, when you start the show, you need to know what's going on. Jonas, what did he do? This and that, or else you're going to miss your crowd altogether.
That's actually good because it's I think it's almost the same thing as, well, not almost, but simple, like like a poet going on stage and then people don't give you a round of applause, they don't give out snaps. That's when you know that you did. You gotta go down. If they don't do snaps, you did, bruh. You did.
So when we started doing comedy, we used to mix comedy and poetry. So I remember this one time I was doing a poetry comedy jam at by UJ Doornfontein campus, So now the MC, I think, was like Julius Macquarie, So now it's a mixed crowd, obviously comedy fans and comedy and poetry fans, So now before me, it was a poet, So Julius was like, oh, that was Chifiwa the poet, Then the snap. And then the MC was like, the next artist is Kidiboni Mraus, the next artist. So I step on stage. I'm like, joke number 1, no laughs. Joke number 2,
no laughs.
So now I'm panicking. I'm like, joke number 3, no laughs. Before I went to joke number 4, I eavesdropped on the table that was closest to the stage. And then this other lady was like, Yazimina, this poet, Angintoli. I'm a poem wake. I'm a poem wake our rhyme, yes. I'm like, what? They thought I'm a poet. You know what I mean? So you need to. So now we've separated the two now. We hardly have the two, because now you can't have the comedy crowd and then the poetry crowd, because sometimes it doesn't gel. You know what I mean? It doesn't gel at all.
Yeah, that's very true. Hey, so I also see here that you are a head writer of multiple sitcoms. So would you mind taking us your journey through writing sitcoms, and how was that experience?
So as a comedian, I guess as a radio personality as well, we are creative by nature, you know what I mean? So with us as comedians, because what we do, we write jokes all the time, you know what I mean? So now we are able to delve into writing movies and writing sitcoms as well. We just recently finished a Netflix sitcom called Msebenzi, you know? So Msebenzi, it's about a guy who doesn't work and it's called Msebenzi. So you can tell it's very funny. So
In a
so I was
sense
the
of
head right.
direction.
Yeah, I was a head writer there, so we wrote like 12 episodes. Ronnie Mudimula's the director. So as part of the writing team, so what happens that you need to get an idea first for an episode, Jabon. After getting the idea, then you need to put the main character into a problem within a problem or a conflict of some sort, and then from there, then you bring in, like, you know, the funny elements within that, you know. For example, let's say uh let's say Chipiwa is a lesbian, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
you know. So let's say Chipiwa is a lesbian. So from there, the thing is, the one episode you can write about Chipiwa being a lesbian is that you can then have Chipiwa drive, uh like, you know, recently, let's say she recently got a driver's license. When you get a driver's license, you need to put a big red L at the back of your car, you know what I mean? But then the episode there can be about uh people, the comedians, making fun of the L, you know, the L at the back of a car stands for lesbian or something like that, you know. And then but you also need to educate people about, like, sexual preferences, you know, that, you know, oh, Chippy was lesbian, but it's cool, you know, Spanman, you know, is straight, Spanman is gay, whatever, you know. So now with each episode, it needs to be funny, but at the end of the day, they gotta be, the moral of the story is, you know. So from all the 12 episodes, they have to be, like, you know, 12 morals of the story, but it gotta be funny. So it's fun to write, you know. Like currently, I'm thinking I might be part of the writing team of the roast of Helen Zille, the Laugh Africa Comedy Festival in
Oh,
Sandton. So
I
now
yes.
can't
it's about
wait.
it's about writing like heavy bits, like heavy hits on Helen Zille. You gotta know what's going on. You gotta know that probably why the DA went to America, you know, to talk trash about ANC was for Helen Zille to be the ambassador, but she's never gonna be the ambassador. You know, it isn't jolly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like, you know,
yeah.
you gotta talk about her going to Mtata, cooking it papa from those big pots, trying to get black votes. You know, so it's all that you gotta bring in your writer's head. You know, Mshaya, you know, Mshaya. That's basically what it is.
Hey, that's interesting. Hey, and I can't wait for the roast like Helen Zille, because I saw that on X. You even commented with me,
Yeah.
bring it on. So I'm
I
expecting
know.
you guys to bring it on for her.
Listen, listen. No matter what they say, ukuthi mina angisabi lutho. Konje ubani Anelem daughter cried after a roast. Kanyimbao cried after a roast. It's hectic, you know. It's hectic because now you might be strong, but when you start dropping the lines, it's hectic. I don't think anybody that's normal can, you know, because I remember that Anelem daughter, when she opens a beer, she doesn't need a beer
Yeesh.
opener. Bashanga, you know.
Talking about the roast, Mr. Mulot, because I know it's very hectic there by the roast. I just want to know, Guti, how do you handle the sensitive topics of the LGBTQI, all those things? How do you handle them in a comedy way?
As comedians, we have to be responsible. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So you have to teach about, you know, you can poke fun, but in a classy, in a tasteful way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because as responsible people, you can't be seen out there just irresponsibly making statements, because now the kids that watch us, or the everybody that watch us, we build a nation. Like, comedy is the best medicine. Our job is to build a nation, you know. We can't be seen to be irresponsible. Even when you roast somebody within a comedy crowd, that person is paid. You need to roast them in a nice way. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You can't be out there doing it irresponsibly, because that's not the way to go. You know, that's why I hate with passion comedians that'll get on stage and just starts roasting the LGBT community members. Like, why? You know, like, why? You know, you can still roast, but in a classy way. Comedians that, you know, like, the ones we call them comedians that'll come and pack the gay bus Ukuthi, imagine a gay sangoma, like what? Imagine a gay teacher, like what? That's lazy writing, that's dumb comedy. And we call that low-hanging fruit. If you're gonna write a joke about me as a black person, it gotta be classy. If you're gonna write a joke about me as a vendor person, it gotta be classy. You can't just be there being irresponsible, because that's not the way to go.
Hey, amen to that. Amen to that. Because I think most comedians have actually found themselves in the line of fire because they end up saying things that they don't want to carry the consequences of, or are not even fully acknowledged of their responsibility and the consequences it's gonna have, especially for their careers. And I'm thankful for the insight that you have. So also heard that you're the founder of Soweto Comedy Fest.
Yes. So here's the thing, man. So my vision as a comedian and as a black person is to help more people get into the active economy, as in get whoever is not working can come in and start working and make a living so they can take care of their families and their extended family members, So my vision, my purpose on earth is to bring people that have a sense of humor into the comedy space, teach them how to do comedy, and then they get to make a living out of comedy and get to take care of themselves. You know what I mean? I've done that through Trevor Noah, brought him to the industry, taught him the skills. Now he's the world's top comedian, or world's number 2, whatever, Abo Kumba Klope, Abo Tolesmo, Abo Tumi Morake, So all these names that I'm mentioning, Abo Eugene Cause, Abo Trevor Kumba, all these names that I'm mentioning. So when I saw the need for the classes to teach people how to do comedy, I'm like, okay, we need to then take a comedy to the people, So Soweto Comedy Festival was one of the first few comedy festival that was taken to the people. As in, you move it from Jozi, then you take it to SOH, We did that with Soweto Comedy Festival and also Soweto International Comedy Festival as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a beautiful thing that I played a role in bringing people that were not active in the economy and then made them active using stand-up comedy. So I'm very proud of that, So yeah, every year we do the festival at Soweto Theatre or at Vilagazi Street, So yeah, it's quite dope. I'm very proud of that.
Oh, thank you for that amazing production. So I also heard that you said that, correct me if I'm wrong, that you're like one of the organizers of the, was it the Savannah Comedy Festival?
No. So you mean the Savannah Comics Choice, I think.
Yes, I actually
anyway.
wanted to ask you about that one, Gatle. So far when it comes to the comedy world, and do you think that comedians are being celebrated enough in the comedic space as to having like a Savannah Comedy Choice Awards, and not having other more comedic awards lining up just to shine light on the fact that yes, we still do have comedians in the industry that could still be celebrated? So the question is, do you think that comedians are still being celebrated enough out in the space, especially?
No, not really, because now if you look at I'm there. So we also have the ASA Comedy Awards, which were the original comedy awards in the country. Just because of funding, there's just a bit of challenges, but it's coming back next year. So what happened was, this, I think with the Comics Choice, my thing is that it can't be concentrated in Joburg and within the urban area. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make it have an impact, you need to take it throughout the country. You know what I mean? You need to go to places where there are comedians, but they don't have platforms to do comedy and platforms to be celebrated in. You need to go to the villages, you need to go to the townships, because Emakaya, I'm from a village called Chiwini in Venda. People are suffering there. You get people that survive through the child grants, through the senior pensioners grants, you know what I mean? So now I think comedy has the power to be that thing that liberates people, to be that thing that celebrates even more comedians, to be that thing that bring in even more comedians into the space, because I mean they have the fans, but now you can't do it in Joburg. Everything happens in Joburg, but people that have more potential, that need the assistance, is people that are in the rural areas. You know what I'm saying? Abo Kuruman, Snining, you know what I mean? So that's what you need to do, as the comedy entity. As in, we need to do the Kuruman Comedy Festival, we need to do the Kwamhlabe Lingana Comedy Festival. Okay, maybe not Kwamhlabe Lingana, but maybe elsewhere, the KZN. Mess around, get bewitched. Hey, Kwamhlabe Lingana. mess around and not be funny.
Ah,
You know?
Moshe's cats. Bahamba kwasa.
And the other thing that we need to do as comedians, like on top of being responsible, we need to be tell the truth, you know. I don't know if you saw there were videos, pop-ups.
Yeah.
Went onto his podcast and said, I owe him money. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. When I knew about the episode before it even dropped, I'm like, what money? I don't owe this guy money. So anyway, so I call him pop-ups. He doesn't pick up his phone. I then send him a WhatsApp. He doesn't respond. And then the episode goes live. So now 1 million people out there know that they are under the impression that, you know, I owe pop-ups, man. I'm like, yeah, man. But anyway, because I'm me, I'm like, I kept reaching out to him. I'm like, yo, dog, you know, I don't owe you, man, but he didn't respond to me. Ne? And then I tried getting, like, you know, my lawyers to reach out to him. They made funny skits about that. So throughout this ordeal, Pop-Ups has been ignoring me, proper ignoring me.
You know what?
And then last week Friday, I met up with him Pop-Ups. A proper, like, you know, Pop-Ups, what money? Pop-Ups was stuttering. He doesn't even know. They're like, no, there was a gig. I'm like, which gig, dog? Because Pop-Ups has never worked with me. Never, ever. Reason being, this is scoop. Reason being, when Pop-Up started doing comedy, his sister used to do these cookouts called the Weekend Socials, weekend socials, whatever, at Maboneng. And I went there with my baby mama, and I think with a cousin, a friend of mine, to do the actress called Zikona Sotlak or whatever, you know. So we got there, we got food poisoning. I was at Kastenhof Hospital for 2 weeks with my baby mama, like getting drips, dog. And my thing was like, to Pop-Up's sister, you need to be responsible. At least acknowledge that, you know, the food that you gave us made us sick. You know, it was food poisoning. She didn't. They didn't wanna entertain it. And ever since that day, Pop-Ups refuses to work with me. Now, when he says I owe him, and I'm like, what gig? And I said to him, you've never worked with me, dog. And to give me, he was stuttering. You know, he was saying things that I didn't even understand. You know what I'm saying? He was saying things like, drop down and give me 50. I'm like, 50 what? It's like, hey, family matters. And like I said, sometimes you got to pop up and show these niggas, you know. He must stop lying about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's the only scoop I have for you guys.
You know, when you're saying that, it reminds me of a video that also trended when somebody accused Tolos Mo of also owing them money. And then Tolos Mo was like, my guy, show me the you said I didn't pay you. Me, I have the proof on my bank account. And then when you're telling me you haven't received it.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's tell the truth. Let's be honest, and let's get things to go. And then here's the one thing: you can never ever owe a comedian. Never ever. Let me break it down. Okay. Comedians are generally lazy. Okay. Comedians are lazy to put up shows, because putting up show, you need to get a venue, pay for the venue, market the show, pay deposit the comedians, etc., etc. And as promoters, after most shows, you don't even make money. But now, because comedians are lazy to do that, because it's hard work, what they do is that they wait for promoters to call them and say, I got a show for you, I got a gig for you at the Soweto Comedy Festival or the Soweto International Comedy Festival, come through and thing, you know. But now what happens that once you call a comedian and say, I got a gig for you, he celebrates and then relaxes, and it doesn't help you market the show. They just relax for the whole month. They're not doing anything, because it's like that, oh, I got a gig, I'm going to get paid 2,000. I'm not going to do anything. Ne? They relax. And maybe on the day of the show, they're going to share the poster. Ne? Even if there's like 5 people at the show, the 5 people that you worked hard to get, the comedian, after the day after the show, he wants his money. They're going to hound you. They're going to hound you every day for that money. They didn't do anything to market the show. So you can never, ever owe a comedian money, you know. And even if you do owe, because the show didn't make money, you will pay him within the month or whatever. But the comedians they'll make noise about, they owe me, they don't owe me. It's just madness, you know. It's madness.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, guys.
One last question, Mr. Mulawudzi, before we wrap up. Now, I just want to ask you, how is the beef there in the comedy industry? Because it seems like there's a beef, but you guys seems like you're brushing it off.
It's unnecessary beef. You know what I'm saying? Like now, there's beef between me and Pop-Ups, because Pop-Ups lied about me owing money. I'm like, it's like, yo, what's going on? But now the other beefs is basically it's competitiveness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's there's different cliques. You know what I mean? I saw yesterday on some comedy group, who salesman got a joke about
Salesman.
where like as a husband, the type of wife you should choose. You know, he did it at a wedding and it's on record. But now a few seconds later, Bratabiso shared the same joke. Bratabiso is like, yo, salesman stole this joke from me. You know what I'm saying? Of which it's just lazy. If you're a comedian, write original jokes. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
do that. You know what I mean? Because I remember salesman also took Ronnie Mudimula's jokes a while back. And Ronnie Mudimula went on stage. Then he beat up salesman with a shambok. I'm showing a shambok, which why you stealing my jokes? It was hectic. So now I think the beef is just the industry being competitive, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
it's us saying, oh, I'm funnier than you, oh no, I'm funnier than you, which is good competition because it keeps us on our toes. Then we get to write funny beats, we get to be, you know. So yeah, it's good.
Hey, Mr. Mulawizi, thank you very much for spending time with us and letting us into the comedic scoop of the day. Yeah, thank you very much.
Hey, man.
So, if anybody wants to contact you in terms of maybe having a booking, or you never know, somebody might want to work with you on a production, or is funubama extra, khona lapha Netflix, sikubamba kanjani?
As long as they're not from Kwamhlaba, then they can reach me. I'm on the socials. It's at Kidiboni Mulaudzi on Instagram, at Kidiboni SA on X, Kidiboni Mulaudzi on Facebook. Email is newbreedcomedy3. Newbreed as an NUBREED 3 THREE. You know, Newbreed Comedy. NUBREED comedy COMEDY 3 THRE at gmail.com for bookings, be it club bookings, comedy festivals, MC at weddings, MC at work functions, whatever, you know. So I'm very funny, and yeah, they must book me.
Well, thank you very much for spending time with us. We hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Peace out.
Hey guys, so right now we just had a beautiful and wonderful interview with Mr. Kidiboni Mulaudzi Konalapayale. We hope that you guys are still feeling fantastic. And to our rain show winners, please make sure that you also do check out your email address for the ticket so that you don't say yabona. If you didn't get your ticket in your email, please kindly send us a text today so that we know how to fix that issue and sort it out. But you should have your tickets in your emails and you'll use so please data because my show email so we can scan your ticket. So remember, if you haven't received your ticket yet and you know that you won, please make sure that you send us a text on WhatsApp so we can check out what's going on before the actual event. So can't wait to see you guys tomorrow at the Rand Show. I hope you guys are going to be energized and excited just like me because I am super excited for the Rand Show. And from our guys in kwenzakalani ayabona lezi zinto lezi nokubhedanyana uthi pop vela abantu bayahleka la yile mina yami extra lo. And then reading our last comment right now on YouTube, we have a comment from Refile. So we had a comment from UTK at what about loud music in the car? So njengoba ulishka shilo, I think it's also 60-60 in terms of the loud music also in the car. And then we also have another comment from Refile Rasakhanto at thank you very much guys for having an audiology case because I am learning a lot. And then we also have another comment from Upetunia C. Kamazibugo. Good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show. Sivugile. Thank you very much. And then we also have another comment from Uspin City Atitelita.
Eish, yazindaba kaThelita. Sekumele ngiyoyisearch
Yes, Atitelita. And then the last comment that we have from Spin City Ati, that's personal indaba maThelita. Kodwa khona manje isikhathi sokuthi thina iVooka Breakfast Show to sign out. Hamba sodlala nabagogo ibhola ngaphandle. I hope you guys are seeing abagogo sebamile manje. So guys, see you next time. See you tomorrow when we're live at the Rand Show. For now, sign out from me, Afri Berry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than don't. No.
From the blackberry combination, we're saying peace out.
Yeah, so please do check us out on the fields. Peace out, family. Hey guys. So we are still playing soccer with the Dopsy Granny Soccer Club. And yabona bayabatribula abanye abantu ngaphandle. And into engimangazayo ukuthi team yasevuka ayikho efieldini. Kanti where's the Vooka team? Because they're not even on the field. Where are my Vooka fellow teammates? Where are they? Maningi abadlala ibhola mina ngibhizi ngiyasebenza. Bekufaka ama headset. Bekufaka my headsets. No, man, go play soccer with the grannies. So she say kwababa. Yazi ukuthi vele bazokutribula, bazokumaka stronger. Hey guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy. Phela lapha labakhokho badlala iwanpala. They out there babhizi badlala iwanpala khona manje. So bona ukuthi gogo wenzani. Abakhokho bazokora, bazoshaya amathiphe bashaya namatwalatha. Baqedile bashaya namanyesi babonisa abantu ukuthi kwenzakalani. Guys, bayangena bagogo.
We number one right now. Who's winning? 2-0. Next of time, the team is winning. 2-0. The score is 2-0 currently. 2-0 currently. Now we got two. Well, guys, as you can see, man, we have been having a wonderful game right here in Dobsenton, at Dobsenville, with the Dobson Grannies Football Club, showing us exactly what they do on the field. It's been me, Tisika Mazibuko Shabalala, your prime cut creative and your positivity dose of the day. Of course, bringing you the content that keeps you going, giving you that energy boost like this right here. What we're about. This is what Vooka Breakfast Show is about. Catch us tomorrow from the Rand Show. Mwah! Well, guys,